Uh,
My location, I'm guessing.
OBS Studios.
Oh, your recording equipment?
Yeah, I was trying. I was trying to use Audacity. I downloaded both Audacity and OBS because I didn't know if Audacity would work. It won't, so I went to OBS. Thankfully, you can output without a video source. So I'm just recording audio at the moment.
Oh, thank God.
It's much smaller
Audacity
files.
worked well on my old computer, but good luck with the laptop.
Yeah, no, I'm on a really big, a nice computer and all that. It works pretty well. But the thing is, you can't really record a Discord call with Audacity. I can record my microphone just fine. But then I don't get you guys, which is a bit of a pain.
That is a problem.
Yeah, Audacity does well with devices, but it doesn't do so well with like internal capture.
Alright, let's see something here. So did anyone else choose a domain? I don't think they did.
I forgot my charger.
No, it wouldn't have made much sense for my character, so I didn't.
No, it definitely doesn't. And that's why I was like, okay, resources will be what keeps you guys, more together.
And I have a 3 in resources.
Oh, sweet. So the anchor was resources. So if anyone put points into anchor, that increases that. So awesome.
I have domain, resources, and influence. I don't have anchor.
Yeah, we kept 1 point up to the side for the anchor, whatever it would be. So just go ahead and put that extra dot in resources.
Extra dot in resources. Okay, I got 4 dots in resources now.
That's a lot of dots.
Yeah, and then my dot and Joey's dot will go into resources as well. So we have a total of 6.
Wow.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money.
I make a lot of money killing people. What can I say?
Resources, where are you?
Wow.
It's in the section underneath skills or abilities.
In order for us to have that much money in Africa, I would imagine we probably have something like a
You said under skills.
a very illegal business.
Well, I'm pretty sure killing people is not legal.
He has a point.
I mean, yeah, there's that, but I mean, also
not really cheap.
I mean, something like a diamond mine or something run by like slaves or some shit.
I would not
Well,
be opposed
to be
having
fair,
them in mind.
One of the big things with your guys' organization that they have is that they deal in slaves. That is one of the big things. So, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it certainly makes, people disappearing a lot less harmful if it's a slave or two that you have and no one knew about. So yeah.
Diamond mines are slaves. There we go.
Come on, stupid piece of crap.
Or whatever valuable resource you can find in Africa, of which there are many, but
Diamonds is going to be one of the more affluent ones and easiest to find and sell. There are a few rare minerals that are used in electronics. Much more
Or
of a pain in
hell,
the ass,
just
though.
owning land and renting it out to people for businesses to use is also a good way to be up there.
I would agree with that, but it also leaves a lot of paper trails, and then you're dealing with a lot of government shit.
Or in Africa.
Yeah, which is the problem one of the other people are facing right now, which is hilarious. But yeah.
Fortitude, potence, and obfuscate. Fortitude, potence, and obfuscate. Sorry.
I only have 2 to worry about right now.
Haha.
There's fortitude. Potence.
I'm also a level 2 mechanic.
Oh, nice. Useful.
I also have 3 dots in firearms.
Also
I have
useful.
2 dots in firearms.
I thought those would be most useful against vampires, so that's why I picked it.
I have no dots in firearms.
I also have 3 dots in melee, though, so...
Ha. Lame.
I'm hedging my bets.
I have 1 dot in melee.
That is a smart bet. So, the block of Sizabantu Undertakers has no other buildings on it on the map thing as what they are. So, essentially, that entire block area that's under yours is whatever you sort of want it to be. I'm assuming there'd be a mechanical place there, so if you do your work.
I want a workshop for I want an auto, a workshop. Yes. I want a business for selling things. Probably a place for me to do my assassin shit through.
A workshop,
safe house,
an armory.
A safe house would be nice. Armory, definitely.
I'm gonna say the armory and safe house sort of go together.
Yeah.
Like they're connected buildings. The workshop / mechanics will be its own place, and you'll have the Undertakers, and then you want to store.
Can I have the safe house? Can I have the safe house and armory underground as well?
Yes, in fact, all of the Elysium places here are underground. As the city's expanding to gain sewers and stuff like that, vampires are using it to build underground areas for travel and moving people like slaves and stuff around. So yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Okay, and am I one of the few Assimites out here, or
there is one other? There is one other here, and they are specifically Banu Hakim. So.
Is he friendly towards me or not?
I would say that he's probably the friendliest towards you, and probably why you have any renown at all would be because they recognize you from other things and ensured that you were treated properly.
Okay.
Especially since he's very straight-laced, older blood, so he keeps an eye on things and stuff there too. And hilariously named. Anyways. Yeah, he's kind of your stereotypical assassin as well. Safe house on the ground. What kind of stuff do you want to sell in the shop? Or do you want me to...
You know, I'll let you roll it.
Alright. Okay, and
why don't you work with a normal Adobe PDF, you stupid file?
So, what we have a family grocer that specializes in food. So that'll probably be up near the front of it as like the main first thing you see when you come in. So people come in, buy stuff there, and then usually dissipate from that spot.
That's good. So maybe like an open market type deal, or kind of like a swap meet where I sell different things in different locations.
That sounds really good. We'll work it into that.
Yeah, janky as shit, but it works okay.
So that will be the front, and then we have the Undertakers behind or the middle, and other stuff a little further back from the main street. Yeah. Okay, cool. Works.
The Christ.
We're set up, and I'm basically ready to get going, but I think we should probably talk a little more about the characters and how their resources are pulled together. Right. Well, I think it'd be because you're probably like some of the wealthiest people in the area who just came in recently. But let me tell you, yeah.
I could have these guys working for me, or I hired them for something, which is why we kind of work together.
Yeah, that's probably the most likely scenario.
If you're an assassin who's traveled around, it makes sense that you'd have encountered them and know these guys aren't going to just stab you in the back. And so, when you saw the opportunity here and moved in, called on them as well.
Yeah, since I'm the only one with a domain, I think that kind of fits.
Yeah, I've
for the
I've
domain
traveled
and
a lot.
influence.
So like we could have run into each other in a few locations before, and while you probably don't trust me because most people don't, like at least not
I trust
that
you
much.
more than more than I trust the other people out
Yeah,
there.
I've helped you in the past. I tend to be generally helpful as long
Yeah.
as I get something out of it.
And he tends to accrue wealth fast, so that's always a good trait in developing nations.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little bit about the situation that the area you're in is at. So a few years ago, like 2 basically, a bunch of werewolves came down. Well, equivalent of werewolves. They're essentially were-lions. Massacred a bunch of other vampires here. And I mean all across South Africa. This was a big event. Leading Finbloods and other stuff at a mini anarch rebellion that they backed and the local African vampires also backed. So after it happened and got to that state, a weird mini truce was put in place. And because of what happened, there's a bunch of like princes who've died and been recently replaced, and like a bunch of territory up for grabs. And then all these Finbloods got given their own like clan status almost, and were given territory that the werewolf thing's back. So, but they're Thinblood. They don't got no real power in vampire society. It's just them and a couple of caitiffs in these different areas. So a lot of vampires are thinking, well, I can come in here, train these guys and nurture them, and just take over their territory as, they die off or whatever, or, I get rid of them as needed, to give their territory to me over the years. So a lot of people see this as an opportunity to take territory in space and make a new thing out of it, since there's new people in power, some of them they don't know, all this other stuff. And a lot of other people sort of retreated who had space before, so there's even more up for grabs. So that is like the basis that everybody knows about the place. About, well, what's going on in South Africa.
Now, would it be possible to hire or have a werewolf slave or someone working for me?
A slave or working for you? Not really, but one who you can like communicate to via someone else is doable via those thin bloods.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
it's
was just kind of
difficult,
thinking of having
but
one of those. I was thinking of having one of the werewolves hanging out at in my domain, kind of providing security or something.
if you can get to that, that's wonderful. But that's going to be difficult and have to play out in game.
That's fine.
But there is a thin blood who I should point out is particularly useful, and you might be looking at them as someone to get you that. So, the thin blood in question, who everyone sort of has their eyes on, is named Sunflower.
Sunflower.
She is... Yep, she's an African American who recently moved down there when everything went to hell. And the thing that makes her is that she can walk in sunlight.
Okay.
She can't do jack shit else, but she can do that.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah, one of the most sought-after things you can get.
She has that expensive merit. All right.
And nothing else.
Well.
Yep. Oh, yeah. So that would probably be your best bet for trying to get that done. She's also usually the one who winds up talking on behalf of the Thin Blood group, which is officially recognized as being called the Caitiff group, just to keep them out of being confused with anarchs by people who come in from other countries, because it is a different situation.
Right. Okay.
So So, did anyone choose to have contacts or anything like that?
Joey has a single contact.
Yes, he's told me about.
I don't think I got to the point to where I was able to set that kind of stuff up.
That would have been backgrounds.
Yeah.
Backgrounds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was one of the options.
Oh, no, I did not pick contacts.
Yeah, there's allies and contacts and retainers.
I'll probably grab one later.
One contact. 1 point in contact.
Yeah, you'll definitely work up to get, but yeah. Okay. So I think that's the main stuff, but I do kind of need a description of you guys so I know what the heck I'm dealing with here.
All right.
Oh, shit.
I'm Anthony Yannoro. I'm half Romani, half Italian. Grew up on the Italian countryside. Very scruffy looking. Definitely fit the stereotype of like a sort of drifter, vagabond. People to see me and tend to assume that I'm trouble. I try not to be trouble, but trouble definitely happens around me quite a lot. I always offer my services as a psychic, and try to get people to give me money a lot. It works more often than you'd think, and that's definitely me. I carry around like a tarot deck and a crystal ball, and yeah. I mostly just cheat by using aspects. I definitely cheat a lot through using aspects and chemistry, by knowing what people want to see and then showing it to them.
All right. Does any specific abilities for seeing unnatural, supernatural things, auras, or anything like that?
Yeah, I have 2 points in aspects, so I have aura sight.
I have. That's under disciplines, right?
Yep. If you have points in awareness, that'll help a little bit. But
I have clarity, obfuscate, and quietus.
Yeah, I don't think any of that's gonna. Celerity's move fast. Quietus is assassinate.
Then,
yeah.
Yeah.
Obfuscate is hiding. I have a retainer.
Yeah.
Right, who has Wayfair, Chronos, and Chancery.
And what was that they had?
Wayfair, Chronos, and Chicancery, which are changeling powers I can briefly describe if you like.
You mean chicanery?
Yes.
Just the last one, please.
Chicanery. That's what I'm least familiar with.
Same.
Yeah. The other two are pretty self-explanatory. Right, Chicanery is essentially what I can do, but the changeling version of it. So it's better sometimes.
Okay.
She only has 1 point
Aspects
for
plus
right now.
is what I'm gonna write.
I'm
just gonna write aspects plus.
No, it's the illusion thing.
Illusion plus.
Yeah. She only has 1 point in it for right now, so it's not great. But after the first couple,
So just
points, it's really good.
Yeah, I imagine stuff, distance stuff, Chronos' time, manipulation, or sight. One or the other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, casting Tree of Light on a target causes anyone perceiving the target to misinterpret what they see or hear as determined by the player, but does not hold up to prolonged scrutiny.
All right. Last thing about Retainer, what's her personality based?
She's a strange mix of carefree and happy-go-lucky, and also take no nonsense sort of thing. Like as long as you're being nice, she's super happy to be nice back. But as soon as you start trying to mess with her, she'll be like, nah, that ain't happening. Very
Take no brass attitude.
Yeah, I mean it's just pretty much it's a very stereotypical changeling.
Yep. All right. Awesome. I don't think there's anything else I really need to get going. So, yeah. Whew. I can start whenever. Is everyone basically ready, or you want to finish some stuff first?
I think I should be good to go.
I think I have everything I need.
I don't know. I don't remember most of the
Do
rules.
Do I need dice?
Yeah, you need D10s.
Sliders.
Okay.
On Discord,
If you don't have those, it's okay.
I am sharing my screen.
Oh, I have dice.
Okay, good.
I have a dice. If you just go to Google and type in "roll dice," you get this little thing.
Yeah, you can do that too.
And you just throw like D10s out there. Well, that's terrible.
Oh, how do
I'd
I get this
rather
thing
roll.
to let me? There you go.
Yeah, I'd rather roll as well.
Yeah, see, I'm doing it on screen, so.
So you can't cheat.
Yeah, that.
That is pretty cool.
If I was gonna cheat, I would have cheated last night and kept my character alive.
I killed him.
Yeah, he did die.
He did that.
Oh.
And I liked him too.
Aw.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright.
We're gonna redux his other character so he'll actually be good.
That's okay. Oh my god. So, I put my terrible... So I switched him up and changed him to match the new rules and made him just a little less terrible. But my old Giovanni has been translated into a Hecate and is in here. Just so you know, the terrible, terrible one.
Oh boy.
I don't even remember.
So he exists editing. Yeah. God. We were making terrible characters on purpose to torture Norman.
Yes. I remember doing that.
Yeah.
I had a Kaisade who really couldn't hit anything.
I could do damage but couldn't hit anything.
Yeah.
Or
I could hit every single time, but I only rolled 1 dice for damage and therefore never got through armor.
God.
Anna was present sometimes.
Whew, okay. So, I think I'm ready to start.
I think so. Oh, right. Hang on.
So
this might actually be the first official video on our channel that we've had for like 4 years.
Oh my god.
Because like, I don't think we've uploaded anything.
We uploaded our very
editing
first
software.
podcast, but I think we just put it in private, so no one else saw it.
Yeah, we never released it. It was more of a test.
Yeah.
I feel so honored.
Yeah, right. We've had this channel for a significant amount of time, and Craig's gonna be in the first video.
Yeah. It is an honor, truly.
Yeah, we have so many recordings of previous things.
God, yeah. I tried editing some to get rid of all the extra fluff stuff, but my stuff was not up to snuff. That was so bad.
That was quite rhymey.
Up the fluff stuff.
Sorry, I was
so bad.
So
okay. You try reading like all this Libon fluff and not wind up rhyming random shit.
He says as he continues to rhyme.
Did we do like an introduction, or is that not our way of doing things?
Oh, dude. Roll the intro.
Roll the intro.
Oh my god.
You know we're playing Pokemon theme for the intro. It's just gonna happen.
It's the same joke for like the last 3 years.
Every time. 3 fucking years. Same joke.
That's what makes it work. Every channel needs that one thing, and that's it. That's ours. It's just us saying, "Are we ever gonna get an intro?" And then I say, "No." Roll the intro, and then do that.
What's really annoying is that this is going to be the first video, and people have no idea. I say people. No one's gonna watch this. That's our other
True.
running joke. Is we've been recording these
No
for so
one
long.
but
We've
my
never
mom
uploaded
is
them.
gonna watch this.
Yeah. There's absolutely no
awful.
way.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere will type in.
No,
Maybe
you should
I'm
look
Some
at
random South African guy like, you pronounced this wrong.
It'll be
your
like
system's gonna get hacked, and then all of it's gonna go flooded out into the world, and
it'll be like the
What
only views we
system?
get will be those people who are on YouTube at 4 a.m. still researching whatever they're researching, and then they'll come across it and be like, "What?
There's not nearly
Why?
enough Vampire the Masquerade content on YouTube. Oh, hey, look, here's one.
Here's one." Or they've been researching
I know, most of the
Masquerade
time-
for like
and-
72 hours.
And you know what's weirder? Like, the stuff on Twitch, you can't look it up except for when it's playing for Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know why.
Oh, they know
Really?
the people who do it probably don't like leave VODs because that's an option. You
Yeah,
have to
like,
turn
they
on.
have the videos that you can look at and watch, but you can't get to them unless they're live.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't understand
It's
why. But the
probably a
entire
setting that
Vampire
they
Masquerade
Yeah.
thing is set up like that. Yeah, I don't like it.
Even
So,
like,
are we rolling? Or...
Oh no, I've been recording for a little while now.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out most
Let
of the
me,
beginning stuff we were just talking about. Like,
in fact, I could
Stuff.
even watch the stream right now.
yeah, tune in. You just see my screen when I roll dice. And
Cool.
what's on my sheet?
Alright. Nice. So, the name of the chronicle, we have an official name now. It took me a while to figure one out that was relevant. Inyanga Igazi, meaning
Right.
moonblood.
Wow.
So,
God,
that's
are we blowing
name
up the
of
moon
chronicle.
again?
I'm just gonna type in Moonblood.
Exactly why I have the English translation right there.
I've already done
Thank you.
Yep. Alright. So, of course, it's taking place in South Africa. So we're going to be...
Hello?
Sky? We lost him.
We lost Sky.
He's fallen into the Wisconsin
Internet hell.
Yeah.
The internet hole in his apartment.
All right.
I think
Thanks for
he's
tuning
still
in.
talking too, because the line's still green.
Oh, it's not on mine.
I don't have it on mine either.
No. Every time every time when no one else is talking, his thing pops up, so he's still talking.
Yep, this is typical.
This will be fun when this happens during combat.
Yep. All right, Joey, roll the outro.
I haven't thought of an outro.
Oh, well. All these years and you still haven't come up with an outro.
Yeah. The outro is now this. That's the sound of the gnome. Fucking with your spells? I don't know. It'll just be, that's it.
Just say,
We all say, at the same time.
yeah, I'm not doing that.
Fine. We'll make a song.
This is
Everything
the outro
goes fine.
song.
This is the outro song.
And that's
My present?
Oh, there he is.
Hey,
You're
you're back.
Yep.
And
Ooh, yeah,
we're
the room
back.
does. And we're back. Nice. The area we're playing in is Ladysmith, which
Is that
is
related
a place
to
in South
Granny Smith?
Africa. I think they actually sell Granny Smith apples at OK Foods, which is
Okay.
kind of funny. But anyways, so
I was going to ask if they were really.
it is 2020. We're playing, and
Ah,
you know,
the
all the
shittiest of
recent
years.
development, a bunch of what do you call it, buildings that show up on the map. You know, there are changes, of course. Like some of these places are now warehouses and whatnot in Vampire the Masquerade because it's more business focused. The enhancements to the city are happening here. So we're seeing more warehouses coming in, more factories for like textiles and all this other stuff. Not so there's expansion, but it's in a slightly different way than how the real world version is going. Whew. Excuse me. And yeah, so we have all that stuff going on, and of course vampires and stuff are real. The city has been through some shit, and there's still repercussions of that, and on the outskirts of people's minds talking are weird little myths and stuff about what the hell happened with like recent stuff in the last few years. And within the last few months, just like in the real world in Lady Smith, but to a higher extent, the city has been experiencing things like mothers burning their own children to death and all this other horrible stuff just happening more and more to where...
Jesus Christ.
Who loaded up Galaga?
Kill it.
I think it's Craig.
Craig?
Craig loaded Galaga.
That's Craig.
Right. I'm glad I retained those permissions.
You became Galaga.
When you fix your microphone, feel free to unmute yourself.
Oh my god.
Anyway, you can probably continue. You can still hear us, probably.
What is happening? Try moving your stuff away from Magnet. Okay. So, anyways, the city has some rumors like that going around, and for Kindred, it's become a place of like opportunity where they can see all this expansion and all the growth ready to happen. And with all of the old princes out of the way and a new one in power here who no one's really heard of, this princess who just shown up out of nowhere with a lot of power and took over during the revolt that was going on 2 years ago. People have taken the opportunity to come in there and move in. So they were coming in, moving in, trying to obtain power and wealth and positioning and domain and territories in this expanding part of South Africa. And others who are less morally inclined than your regular non-morally inclined kindred are moving in because of what backed that recent rebellion, and thinking they might be able to use those as a weapon against others. Now, we start off at Elysium, where the Assimite named whatever Craig's character. Alright, let's get the names real quick. Scar. Awesome.
I mean...
Oh, shit, yeah. That's awesome. Alright. Well, Will's character, what was their name?
Anthony.
Or what their call sign?
You can just call me Tony. You can call me Anthony or Tony. Either one works.
Alright, and what is your...
My name is Rodrigo Sanchez Moreno.
I'm going to go ahead and unmute Craig and see how his microphone
Rodrigo Sanchez Moreno.
Yeah, you can unmute me.
What's the last one?
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Moreno.
Moreno.
Yeah. But like more, and then no at the end of it.
Moreno?
Moreno.
And a quick description?
I'm a relatively young... I'm from Andorra, so I'm a mix of Spanish and French. I obviously take more after my Spanish side, but was introduced to more Frenchish culture. I was originally a member of the Gangrel, but because I took the Narc flaw, I used to keep ratting them out to the Camarilla since they're vaguely tied to them, and then they were like, get out of our city before we kill you, so that's why I came to Africa.
Yeah, fair. Like, oh, there's opportunity, and I know someone there.
Yeah.
So... So Scar, with their traveling assassinations and whatnot, and people they've met over the years, has put together a small coterie of vampires, including Anthony, aka Tony the Gypsy, and Rodriguez Sanchez Moreno.
No, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo, sorry.
Yes.
Sanchez Moreno, the ex-gangrel. That my eraser is shit, so do what I can. And you and your coterie were moved in there and were backed by a vampire named... One moment. I got his name right over here, but I'm just having difficulty today with my notes. They're fighting me. You know how notes do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
And not you.
I have nothing. I just have a character sheet that's not even fully done yet.
That's all you really need as a player most of the time.
There you go. The fellow Assimite, although of the Israelite sect, aka the Banu Hakim, Udam Zaman, called you in to move in down here and help out with the situation. You, seeing the chance an actual home base to your operations, moved in and took over territory to develop your own domain with his backing. Now, you are, for your first time since getting here, being called into Elysium, other than, just meeting the princess. And you have been required to come in with your coterie. So that means you and your two comrades are going to be arriving at Elysium, which is taking place in one of its 3 locations where it happens throughout the city.
Man.
At OK Food.
Man, this is the first time I've ever been called into Elysium. Usually I show up, tell them I'm there, and they say, "Get out, we don't want to see you again." And I go, "Okay."
Well, you're traveling with better people now.
So,
I'm traveling
OK
with people
Foods is the equivalent of Walmart in the area, focused on food. And underneath it is equally sized, essentially militarized warehouse in the underground connected to different vampire paths for you guys to use. The entrance to Elysium is underground, and you roll up to the door, and there's one person standing outside, one fellow Canaanite, who she just looks pissed and is standing there with her arms crossed and harumphing, actually harumphing aloud. The doors are double wide. Oh yeah, she says harumph.
Okay.
She's got blue hair, cut short, pale skin, and is dressed up like an old school biker from a movie.
Uh-huh. All right.
Yeah.
Is this an anarch?
Sounds like your type of girl, Mo.
Someone.
What? It does?
Yeah.
What? Oh, in character. Right, you should have said Tony.
Nah, I like that. Nah.
I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Not at all. Yeah. So she's standing outside. The door is unguarded otherwise, and it's a double wide door, about 2 inches of steel. What do you guys do? Do you head on into Elysium, or do you stand outside and faff off for 2 hours?
Totally gonna faff off talking to this girl.
I walk by and I just ignore her and walk past her.
Walk past her and open the door?
Yep.
I'm gonna talk to her.
Okay. So Scar walks past and enters there, earning him a angry stare by this woman as he does so, but, nothing you're not used to. And our good friend Rodrigo approaches the woman.
Yeah, dude.
So She turns to him and says, "What? You gonna walk past too?
Oh no, not at
You're
all.
just gonna waltz on in?" What'd you say? Because she didn't hear you. She was too busy saying, "What? You're just gonna waltz on in?"
Oh no, not at all. You are obviously upset about something. What is your issue? I have no idea.
Well, today, of all fucking days, I got kicked out of Elite before anyone even showed up. I'm not allowed in. What bullshit is that?
Can my character be laughing from like a little bit ahead?
Yeah, you can hear through the steel doors if you walk through.
Okay, I laugh then.
Oh, what did you do to get kicked out?
I didn't do jack fucking shit today.
Have you considered maybe that is why you got kicked out?
She gives you a face, curls her lip angrily, and just says, "You know what? Fuck it," and walks off.
I'm sorry, I'm French.
She turns to you and says, "You should be sorry you're French."
I am. I really am.
And Scar was sitting there just laughing from the other side of the steel door, even harder now.
I'm gonna offend all the 3 French people that are actually proud to be French.
Oh, yeah. One of whom is in Canada.
Yes.
We're kidding. We're all in Canada.
I'm Spanish French, so this is gonna go great.
Alright. You all enter into the facility. Cool. Inside, there is, to the left, thick glass doors that cordon off a section normally reserved for ghouls and, human retainers who come in with their vampires, or kindred, rather. And there's a bar in there, and there's a small little eatery with things that you just, you would get in the shop above. But there's also a vampire that you guys know in there who is she's laying down wearing a old school, 20s style mobster suit. She's got her face planted up against the table in one of the areas there, and there's a giant rabbit, like a Flemish rabbit, just laid on top of her head. There's burgers sprawled out all over the table, and soda cups just everywhere, like large-sized soda cups.
What?
And you can hear her crying through the glass doors.
I go through the glass doors and I pet the rabbit.
Very well. Okay, you do that. As you're doing that, the rest of Elysium to the down the center path, there's a bunch of seating areas and whatnot, and a few ghouls and human retainers standing about doing whatever. And to the right, there's a small stage, and over there is one Libon, who you guys see wearing a classic medicine mask and everything there, talking to a human child who is obviously drugged up. And at the center of Elysium, across all the doors and stuff, is an even larger stage that has thick bulletproof glass on it and everything. And in it are 3 seats, one of which is almost always empty, but all 3 have someone seated in them today. The seat to the left bears the Thin Blood group, and you see Sunflower sitting there just sort of awkwardly, giving glances at the other 2 figures who are sitting in the room. She has purple hair with yellow tips, but is otherwise a completely unremarkable woman. To her right is a small child who is perhaps the most powerful Cainite here, and she is the current princess of this area.
Oh boy.
Whose, yes, their body is that of a small child. She is very pale and is obviously European. Across her lap sits a very large sword, And to her right is an even crazier looking being who none of you have ever actually seen before. This that's there, the third and final one, is normally reserved for the Libon, who is sitting with a small child. But today, a much stranger creature sits in that place. It's a 9-foot tall female monster of a being who has arms coming out of the back of their body, and it's colored like obsidian and ivory fused together into one milky mix.
Huh.
That one, assuming, is the Gruhi of the region, aka the king of the Libon in the area, or queen, as it would turn out in this case.
Okay.
Do I have a cell phone so I can take pictures of people?
I'd recommend against
You
it.
do, in fact, have a cell phone, but using it in Elysium for anything other than texting is not a good idea. In fact, most just hide it all together.
Okay, never mind then.
Never mind then, this woman's huge. But yeah, she's ridiculous, never been seen before in here, and even the prince of the area gives her like looks like, please don't freaking destroy me or whatever, because no one's seen them before.
Right.
And those are actually all the vampires who are present at least. And we have our first player who has done something. They walked off to the left, went through the glass doors, walked up to the one who's crying literal blood out of her eyes as she's like shoving burgers into her mouth with a rabbit sitting on her head. And he's gone up and pet the rabbit.
Yes. I like to pet the rabbit. And as I am petting the rabbit, I will talk to the lady. Like, why do you cry?
Why do you cry?
Why do you cry?
What do you
That
cry,
was
mon
a-
ami?
Even louder cry.
Because those aren't beef
First.
hamburgers. She's eating vegetarian.
And she says, Big American Burger TM is failing! I put all my assets in it! And she shoves another whole burger down her mouth.
She's a vampire, I assume, right?
Oh, yes.
I'm be like,
Oh, yes.
I do not believe that is the best thing to do, darling. Yeah.
She starts wailing again and just takes a big soda, starts chugging it. The rabbit completely doesn't give a shit and just stays right on top of her head. In fact, it might be the only thing holding her down to the table, preventing her from swinging wildly at the only other person who's stayed in the room, because even her normal retainers have walked out of the room with the crying, is another ghoul that sits across and just looks like a maid and patiently just waits. Like they were here to talk to her for something, and it's not happening.
I see. Well, I will continue petting this bunny rabbit and try to tell her that at least she has a bunny rabbit that she could pet.
As you said, she says, I know, my hobby, the fucking rabbits, is making more money than my company.
Have you considered investing in the rabbit salon?
Rabbit.
Did we lose him again?
Yeah?
No.
Did we lose someone? Am I here?
I didn't
No,
hear,
we're
like,
here.
all I heard was
You're
rabbit,
Oh.
and then you cut out.
He said rabbit what?
Oh, damn. I think she said rabbit what or rabbit something, and then... Yeah, so she was trying to hear what you said and heard it wrong. It was like, rabbit what? Because she's crying. There's blood coming out of her eyes. It's not a good show.
I told her to maybe invest in the rabbits if they are making her more money.
She sniffles a bit. Just goes back to what she's doing, and the ghoul gives you a look like, yeah, like everyone's told her that, and you're on the money.
Well, I mean, I just give a knowing look to her. I give a knowing look to her retainer, and then walk out and say,
Watch.
ciao.
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 Alright. You head on out,
Yeah,
and
the first
I'm
thing I
assuming
do.
Scar. Yeah.
The first thing I do is when I walk in is I see this giant thing. I sort of stare at it for a second, then I whistle, and then I sit down in one of the seats. Somewhere near the back.
Alright.
I would actually like to
Fair.
get a good look at this creature and maybe gauge possible weaknesses.
Okay. So you head up to the front, and you were the one who was called anyway, so likely they'd want to talk to you. And you go up to take a... As you walk up there, you notice, yes, she is definitely 9 feet tall. Yes, this creature is ridiculously tall, but its skin looks like it's not actually skin. It looks like it really could be literal ivory and literal obsidian just sworn together. There's no hair on this being in any way, shape, or form, and it has 6 arms as well as the regular arms, and its eyes are red, and when you look in them, you feel wrong. Like, even as a vampire or something, like, this thing doesn't feel quite right.
Interesting.
Do I see an aura from it?
And it looks like we lost Joey. Never mind.
Oh no. There he is. Wait. Is he?
Yeah, he's back.
Ah,
We lost
cool.
you for a second, Joey.
Yeah, I saw. I have no idea why, but I saw.
When you look at the and try to see it through other eyes, you can tell that there should be auras, but there's something blocking you from seeing what they are. So whatever this thing is, it's dealt with people like you before, or at least those with the same abilities.
Okay, so it can suppress its aura. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so...
Question.
Oh,
Can I...
one moment. I have a ball coming in, so I'll have to separate out for a bit. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Yep.
How do I...
Click the microphone. There we go.
I'm gonna pause OBS real quick.
I think I need to... I'm not really going to do that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you should. That'll be funny.
Okay, very you. Alright.
Well, I don't know. It sounds vaguely
So-
European.
It sounds vaguely European.
It's definitely one of those European accents. Maybe all of them together at once.
Okie dokie. So, you guys are there. Scar walked up to the gate, to the, what do you call it? The big stage to get a good look at this other creature that's present. And he got his look. So,
Okay,
yeah,
then
you're standing there,
I
and...
can- I continued to do what I need to do to, because I was summoned, so I don't want to be rude.
Yep. Okay, so basically what you do is you present yourself and sort of do a motion to your allies to notice that they're all there, they're all present, and then stand at attention.
I tilt
which
my
you're
I tilt my tinted sort of aviators in acknowledgement at when he gestures towards me. Because I always wear sunglasses even indoors and at night.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
But
I miss the rains.
So, Rodrigo, do you do anything to acknowledge that, or do you just let the hand wave be
Not.
your intro?
I just put up my hand real fast and nod.
Nice. Very different personalities. I love it. So the princess of the area, the little girl with the blade, stands up, and everyone else sits down as she does so. except for, of course, the one standing at attention. She gives you a look, and, it's kind of worried, actually. Not your standard look from her.
She looks worried?
What's her name? I have it.
That brings up a billion red flags.
I'm trying to not look nervous.
What's her aura? I'd like to actually scrutinize the princess a little bit to see what her emotions
looking
are.
at her, she's not hiding jack shit, and she has definitely eaten other vampires to absorb their powers.
Okay, I can do a roll. There's a roll thing for it.
Oh, she's literally not hiding it.
Okay.
Either she doesn't know how, or she doesn't care.
Okay. What is her?
Or she's just too freaked out.
Okay. What's her emotions look like right now?
Her emotions look very worried, not about something that she's doing right now, but about what's going to happen. There's this clear something else is going to cause a problem in her, a big worry of that.
So I'm looking at a worried or an afraid Diablerist.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking at. Okay. Yikes. That. All right. I'm definitely really worried. This is terrifying.
She gives you a look and says to Scar, "You have answered your summons, Scar, as you are meant to. Today, you are being offered the chance to ascend your blood.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
However, you must, of course, fulfill a deed in kind." She turns over to Sunflower with a look, and then looks back at you. How should I say? Brothers in the forest, if we can call it a forest, have a request of us. 3 coteries have been summoned. 1 for the wilds outside the city, another for the west of the city, and the 3rd, of course, for the east. You have been called for the side of the city from which your domain resides. You and your coterie are to examine it and search for, as they said, the evil disturbance that is not your kind. There was further description, but I don't understand any of it. All I know is that if we don't deal with it ourselves, they said they will come in and do so. And I will not have that. So either you find it and deal with it, or, well, someone else will get to advance in blood rank. One way or another. You're free to go.
I get up and walk out the door quickly.
I bow for a second, and I say, would you be willing to tell me the other descriptions that the others gave you?
She looks at you and says, "Speak to Sunflower afterwards. I have somewhere to be."
Yes, ma'am.
And she turns around and walks out the back. Sunflower just waves at you from her little seat like,
I walk up to Sunflower.
You actually can't walk up to her right now because the bulletproof glass shields it off. But she'll walk around and meet you outside of Elysium, out the front gate.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm already standing outside the front gate. I leave in a real hurry. There's some alarm bells going off. I'm like, no. This is exactly why you avoid
walking out of there.
Getting caught
This
up.
is why I avoid people. Shit like this. So you walk out, and after almost a minute, Sunflower shows up rounding a corner from outside of Elysium over to the front door. Apparently, there's other ways out from the back, which should be obvious. So she walks up. She's wearing an American t-shirt that just says "Sun" on it and has a big smiley face, and torn up jeans. As she walks over to you guys and goes, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey.
Well, I've just received some bad news.
You're very chipper.
Oh yeah, it is. It's pretty nice actually. Like, we haven't gotten anything from the Black Teeth in a while. So the fact that they're asking us to do something and letting us take care of it, it's pretty. That's a step up.
So what are these other descriptors that they use to describe this evilness?
Oh, they mentioned some sort of worm, and that it was a different part of the worm's soul or whatever. Like, how do I say it? So they call us soul eaters or whatever, and they said the other part was like how do I say it? Like a devourer or something. That something rings of that.
Now,
I don't know what that means, but it sounds pretty bad. And one of them, like the one who is actually present, as opposed to his little buddies who like normally talk to us, one is actually like said something else about like it was the word spirit, and it was like he had talked about a tree in context with that, but I didn't get the. Zulu's not my first language, but it's definitely his. So, something about that, and then a dream.
Oh.
And the dream was described as like a bad dream that looks good. I don't know. Okay. That's what I got.
Did they give a possible location other than my area?
They said the city, so the thing could be not in your territory. It could be in one of the other two, or there could be multiple. And we're hoping it's just the one. And like I said, when they say worm or weirm, maybe it's talking about like a big thing. So it could be like a bunch of people or one big thing or something. I know that much about it, but they're really hard to understand when they really just they look at you with such hatred, and then they're trying their best. It's hard, okay. But we're making it work.
As a Frenchman, I understand. I take out like a pack of cigarettes, pop one out, and then offer one there.
She grabs it from you and is like, "Cool, I'll trade this for something later," and puts it into her pocket. Thanks.
Okay, that is not how it's supposed to be used. And then I take one out for me and.
I look over to Will's character and go, "Do you have any idea what this is about? You've been around the world as much as I have."
I've probably been around the world a bit more, but my character, probably has no idea. This is not something my character would ever come across. Will the player is terrified because I don't really want to be fighting whatever. I don't look. Werewolves are typically very good at fighting the things werewolves are supposed to be fighting. Vampires are not very good at fighting those things. Typically. Mm-hmm. I should mention, though, I do speak 2 African languages.
Thank you.
Yep.
So the main one in the region is...
How do we set that up on here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was under merits. I took, if it would let me scroll. Thank you.
Oh, I didn't take any merits.
No, you didn't. Okay. I took natural linguist and 2 points in language, so I learned 4 additional languages. So I speak English, Italian, Romani, Afro-Asiatic, and Bantu. I looked at a language chart, a language map. I just took the one that looked like it was from North Africa, and the one that looked like it was from South Africa.
That's all right. I'll say that you get most of what people are saying when they're actually speaking Zulu.
Okay.
Because the other one is pretty common too.
I do have precocious, natural linguist, and eidetic memory. So if I wanted to learn a new language, it wouldn't take me much time.
Yeah, you should be able to figure this one out from talking to people.
Okay.
I mean, it's close enough to one of the other ones you got.
Yeah, I go.
Just some wonkiness.
Yeah, I've maybe run into one or two Garu before. They mentioned something about worm spawn. Usually I have to try to eat my face off, and then I run away. That's usually how it goes.
Sometimes if you look like, yeah,
ask Rodriguez. Rodrigo.
I'm sorry, that's a thing now, Joey. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I hear you're good at baseball.
And I asked him if he has any additional information to add.
No.
Sunflower goes, aw, well, that's still useful.
Is there a way for us to sense these things or
questions,
find them?
guy?
Yeah.
Can I roll an occult to see if I can maybe trigger something? Or what would I have to roll to try and memorize that?
I think right now you wouldn't be able to figure out, but going to like your area where you actually have your resources available, you'd be able to do some occult and stuff with information gathered to try to understand what the heck's going on.
Okay. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So, Sunflower asks you all a question before she makes her departure. Hey, do you guys want me to send any messages when daylight hits, or are you going to be good for tomorrow?
Oh, am I a Sunwalker? I don't even know that.
No. If you didn't take it, you're not it.
You'd have to be, I think you have to be Thin Blood or Caitiff to take that one, actually. It has some weird restrictions.
Oh, okay.
I shake my head. No, we don't need to. We shouldn't be needing your services, but thank you for offering.
How about I give her a phone number to one of my alternative phones so she can contact us?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. Sunflower accepts it, writes it down like on a little notepad thing she flips out, writes down the phone number, and then writes Viking on it instead of Scar or anything. And goes, "Thank you. Hey, I'll keep in contact if I learn anything else. Okay, guys."
All right, thank you.
We.
Have a good one, and remember, go veggie as much as you can. And she walks off.
Right.
Did you say veggie?
Yes.
Yeah, I know. In vampire terms, what she's referring to is only feeding from animals.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I heard right.
So she's a hippie. Okay.
Yeah.
Hippie vampire.
She's dressed in an American shirt that says sun on it, and her name is Sunflower.
And she has purple hair.
With
yellow.
Yeah, with yellow.
I don't know how much more hippie you can get.
I don't.
Does she drive the mystery machine?
Hey, she could be wearing
she walks
dreads.
everywhere.
She could have dreads. Okay, you don't know.
Yeah, she walks around and like will walk around daylight and doesn't wear shoes typically. Sometimes sandals.
Yeah.
Okay. Flower child.
100%.
Yep.
I think I fed
100%.
If you
would
did,
not
you'd
be
probably
surprised.
still be high.
My retainer would love her.
You would probably still be
Yeah, she would. Nope. Alright, so unless you guys have anything else planned for Elysium, we could move on to when you guys arrive at your domain or whatever you want to start doing now. It's up to you.
Is there any shops or anything that we might need something from here while we're here?
In Elysium? No.
Yeah, in Elysium, they don't have the standard Anarch shop that would sell weapons of all sorts of random crap because the Thin Bloods sort of take their place here. But there's a steel company nearby that, is connected right to Elysium, so there might be something from there if you had plans to build something.
Yeah, I never did.
But that's about it.
We never did equipment. Whoops. We'll worry about that later, I think.
Yeah, I didn't need it since I went so high in resources.
Yeah, with how much money we have, we could easily acquire some, but typically you would carry something with you at least at all points in time. But except me, I probably don't.
I just punched it.
Yeah.
All right. As you guys are on your way out the door, still deciding what you're going to do, the Libon, who's wearing the mask, walks out with the small child next to him. As he does so, he looks you all down and says, "You might need this," and hands Will's character specifically a small pearl-like bead.
I examine it.
The bead is clearly a magical object, 100% empowered by dreams and belief.
That's some changeling shit.
Right, I put that in my pocket.
Mm-hmm. He gives you a look and says, "Eat it when the time comes," and he walks off.
All right.
Eat it, huh?
All right. All right. All right. Great. I hate it when this happens. My character's like, "Yep, this is a normal Tuesday," and I hate normal Tuesdays.
And the guy, the Libon walks off, starting up some weird story about three-headed snakes and whatnot to the human child.
Right. Those guys creep me out.
All right.
My character says that loud.
To my domain.
All right. So headed back to the domain. It's a 20-kilometer trip back home. How do you guys get back there? Do you have someone drive you? Can you drive?
I can drive.
I'm a mechanic, but I don't have any drive points.
I have 1 point in drive. How did we get here?
So I'm guessing with what your guys' resources are, you have a car.
I have a driver.
You have a car. And the gypsy can drive.
Yeah, I'll drive. It's fine.
Alright. So you guys get home.
If you need me to perform any pit maneuvers or something, I probably won't be able to do that. But I can get from place to place just fine.
Yeah. So you can clearly drive them back there, and I just need to check if for every 10 kilometers if something happens, or if we're good. Golden.
I hope we're golden because we have no gear.
I don't need gear.
You do see some small act of violence not too far from your guys' area. Seems like there's a couple of ruffians having a fight out near the entrance from Mandela Drive. So it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's about 7, 8 blocks down from you guys are, but it's nothing big.
Oh, that's fine. I'll ignore it.
And yeah. And no one does anything worthy of causing you guys to interfere, and you head on back to your home base of operations, no problem. Yay. So no one here is really a trustworthy ally. They're just ghouls and humans who understand that you're kindred and that they need to respect you and allow you into places and that you've paid for their services. So you arrive at the front of Sizabantu Undertakers and get out of the vehicle, or stay in and talk further if you want to.
We'll head into the property bunker.
Dang.
I like being safe.
I don't prepare much, so anything that needs to be said, I probably will wait to the last second to say it. I do have the lazy flaw. Okay. I should probably mention.
That's great.
I don't do well in very spontaneous moments, or in moments that require planning. I tend to just kind of wing it.
I have permanent fangs and oh fuck! I need to change that. I have mute.
Oh right. You were gonna do that, weren't you? You forgot about that, huh?
My character.
So are you texting this whole time when you're talking?
Is there a
modern convenience
telepathic merit I can do? Is there a
sort of, but
telepathic,
it takes too many points to keep your character role there. If you wanted to do that, you would lose a lot of your stuff. Not worth it for a newbie.
You know what? How about I pick a different
different flaw? Yeah.
A different flaw.
Flaw?
So
Go for it.
So I can talk.
Yeah, so I have to retcon the all of session 1.
Oh, session 1. Let me just adjust. No, that's seriously how session 1 always goes.
Yeah, everything in session 1
Well,
ends getting
while
retconned
he's
anyway.
while he's doing that, what are the other two doing?
I'm just gonna walk in, I suppose. I'm not sure about how this what our domain looks like quite yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a long horizontal. How do I describe it? Rectangle neighborhood.
Okay.
Looking thing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 buildings wide either side and 2 buildings deep.
Okay.
So in the middle of it is almost like an open little park area with a smaller building and a big tree. And then the shops are towards the main road from there. And the rest of your stuff, like the Undertakers and the actual things that you guys have, your armory and stuff, are south of that.
Okay.
I hope I described that right. I did my best, dudes.
Nothing. I think I got it for the
hello?
most part.
Sorry, not right now. I'm busy. I got people on the phone. Okay, she's walked away. What's up? What's everyone doing? So we got Will's character is just waltzing in.
Yep, I'm gonna go not prepare.
Yeah. Understood.
While I'm doing this, is there any way I can probably pick up some gear?
Yeah, you can head over to the arm some stuff up. You should have a few guns and some melee weapons in there. It's not much right now. It's just your basic assassin. So maybe some throwing daggers of some sort, whatever. A poison or two that's only really going to work on humans. A couple swords or daggers, and a few minor guns. You got some pistols, and maybe one other big gun, like a single shotgun or a single rifle, something along those lines. Probably a shotgun, actually, just because, vampires that work so much better on it.
Pistol, shotgun, and a sword.
Mm-hmm. The pistols, you essentially have as many as you want. So if you want to give everyone a pistol and everyone a dagger, you could do that.
I'm going to let everyone grab what they want from my armory.
I will take a pistol for sure.
What damage do these things do, and what's the range on them?
It's in the manual somewhere, but I gotta find where it is.
Oh, sorry. Well, what's he looking for?
Damage,
with the weapons
and
in the
stuff
book.
for the weapons.
Because
right now I'm still trying to find the flaws.
Flaws are at the very end of the book. At the very, very end. I think they'll probably be under the combat systems.
I know there's
they're at the
a
end
list
of
of
which
weapons.
book?
Oh gosh, no! This is how combat
So-
works.
the 20th edition one, VTM, the standard one, should be in there somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's where I am. Power, but for backgrounds abilities.
Where are the weapons? I know they were listed here, but I'll just look them up online and see if I can find them real quick.
I'm pretty sure that's what we ended up doing, actually, last time. Because I don't think they're in this book.
I know there's supposed to be like 4 or so in the main book, but I don't know. I'll just do this and see what comes up. VTM shotgun stats. Images. Oh, no, weapons. The Anarch state. Okay, that might work.
Okay, here we go. Here's flaws. Okay.
Here we go. Alright, so for the swords, damage is strength plus 3.
Okay,
And the knives are strength plus 1. Well, and then, let's see here. Pistol, Glock. Damage will be 4, range 20, rate 4, clip 17 plus 1. I wonder if I can just move
clip
this over.
Clip size should be 15.
The pistols I see here, you can have a 17 plus 1 if you go with the Glock.
Okay.
Or you can go with the standard and have the 15.
I'll go with the 17 plus 1.
I'll go with the 15.
I'm going to have a knife, because I'm pretty sure that's all my melee rating is going to let me wield.
Yep.
Can I take
strength plus 1.
2 knives and a pistol?
Okay, so knives are strength plus 1 for damage. Pistol is damage 4.
I got 2 pistols, a shotgun, and a sword, so...
You said pistol is 4?
Armor.
Yeah, the pistol is damage 4. Range isn't going to matter too much. It says 20, but it'll be fine. The rate is important. That's 4. And the clip is 17 plus 1.
It's a magazine.
What?
Yes, but it's not a gun person who made this, so...
I know, it just bothers
Yeah,
me.
no, it's not. The ones who made the weapons chart, no, they're not a guns person at all.
So what's with the shotgun?
The shotgun is an Ithaca M37, so 12 gauge. It does damage 8, rate 1. What they're calling clip is 5 plus 1. I don't know why they don't just say 6, but whatever.
Because you
have 1 in the chamber.
You get 5 in the tube, and then you get 1 in the chamber. That's why that's where you get the plus 1 from.
Yeah,
it's the same with pistols. You get a full magazine, and then you add 1 into the chamber.
And then 1 in the yeah.
That's what I do when I carry. I always have 1 in the chamber because that's smart.
Yeah, it's just, this thing is like the new clip instead of the proper term and stuff, so it's a little just all over the place.
Yeah.
But we're doing our best.
What can I do with armor?
Armor? Let me see if I can find anything on that real quick.
I'm trying to find it, but unfortunately,
otherwise,
I'm getting a lot
I'm
of
gonna have
the
to just
video
go
game.
without it. What?
I said I'm trying to find it, but I'm getting a lot of the video game.
Here we go. The anarchstate.wiki seems to be the best one I can find real quick. I think you might have in your stuff, due to the stuff you have, 1 Kevlar vest for yourself, and maybe an armor t-shirt or reinforced clothing. I'll just roll for which of those you have.
Oh, can I have both?
What we're rolling out to figure out. You have 2 armor t-shirts and 1 Kevlar vest. So
okay,
the Kevlar vest is the better one.
I'll take the Kevlar vest and I'll give both of you guys the armored shirts.
Okay.
Yeah. The armor shirts increase your armor rating to 2. and they come with a penalty of 1. I don't know how armor penalty works yet.
Wait, a rating of 2?
Yep. And then the Kevlar has a rating of 3. And still a penalty of 1.
Penalty of 1. Okay,
yeah.
So... Okay, that works for me. That's nice.
And don't forget, attackers can go after areas that aren't armored. They can actually try to target it. It just makes it harder for them.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, there you go.
My guy's actually quite physically capable, so I plan on only really using guns against. I only really plan on using guns against like other vampires.
So you can keep your distance.
Yeah, pretty much if I need to. But I'll probably mostly be using my sword against humans, and if I need to use it.
Alrighty. So you guys have equipped yourselves up with some gear, or rather, in the case of one of you, had an armored T-shirt thrown at you. Alright.
Yep, and I just put it on.
Yeah, just like, this is life. Alright. So, what is everyone else doing? One of you said something about trying to study the occult.
That's me.
Alright. So, now that you're in a base of operations, you can go ahead and try an occult roll, and, depending on how many hours you want to use on that, you can do another one if it goes bad.
Okay.
So let me.
So I just roll my 2 dots, right? 2 d10s for. It's a d10 for each dot. If I recall correctly.
Yes, it's a d10 dot.
Okay.
But yeah.
Rolled a 7 and a 4.
All right, that is 1 success.
Yeah.
So from that, you can piece together a little bit of information. So the words spirit and tree aren't interlinked. So the fact that they were spoken of in the same context suggests that the spirit of a tree is somehow involved in what they were talking about. And from the other part of the Wyrm stuff, you can get that there's a different kind of creature at work, like some sort of, not a vampire, but something else pushing things along. It might even be causing other problems with the blood and everything. But you can also continue your research, since it's only about an hour that you've spent doing that, to see if you can add something else to it. Like if you want to check the news or something like that, and maybe try to piece that together with your occult.
Sure.
Alright.
Another...
So, let me check real quick. You can add 1 more dice this time.
Okay.
Can I make my retainer available to help to add whatever knowledge he might have, just in case?
Okay, so after his first hour of searching, you and tell her to come over.
Yeah, I'm gonna
ask her to.
Yeah, when he's doing his research into this stuff, I'm like, spirits of trees. Hey, I know someone who knows a little bit about mid-nature, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
I asked her to come over.
All right. How so? Do you call her?
Yeah, I just send her a text. That's probably the easiest way to do it.
Take these here.
All right. She says she'll be there in a half hour, but she doesn't want to go too far to the south of where you guys are.
Too far.
South.
Where you guys are.
You said I can only take 7 points in flaws, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can take more.
You can take more, but you won't get benefit.
Okay, I need 2 more.
Okay. Sky, are you ready?
Old Flame. Let's go with Old Flame.
Alright. I'm ready.
Alright. 7.
Success.
9.
Success. Even more success. Alright. So, by checking in with the news, and and everything going on, you manage to piece together maybe not what it is, but maybe where it's located. So there's been a lot of like weird deaths and some reports of things or people just sort of getting like whipped over and breaking legs a lot over by the... So that combined with a special murder at the special school in Ikanyenzi, which is really close to Steadville and not too far from your territory, implies that there might be something to look into over there. By combining what you're looking at, you're thinking that might be some sort of occult ritual or something of the sort that's just sort of gone wrong or is going right.
Okay, can you tell me where the people who are breaking legs were? That was happening again? You cut out for a second there.
Oh yeah, that's near the Steadville Clinic, so near a hospital.
Okay, Steadville Clinic. Okay, so an occult ritual might be happening near Steadville Clinic, and it's somehow related to a tree spirit and something that also deals in blood.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're able to piece together from that information and being like, okay, that probably relates to some weird spirit crap. Alright. And it's about this time that your friend, your acquaintance, shows up and arrives walking through the park area and just sort of hangs out under the big tree over there. She gives you a text saying that she's arrived and that she's under the nice tree.
Okay. I'll ask Joey's character to come with me so he can just describe what he's found and see if she knows anything about what's going on.
So am I going with you or am I staying here?
That's up to you.
I'll go with.
Alright, so you all head over to...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so do you want to do a quick description of what people see when they approach her and what she's wearing today?
She doesn't really dress in very traditional clothing. It's mostly just like loose sort of like fabrics that she's kind of like wrapped around herself mostly. And that's about it. She looks Egyptian is the area that I decided she would be from. And she has a very high appearance rating, so like she's extremely attractive.
All right.
You can't there's nothing that kind of gives away anything as to what her true nature is, yeah.
All right. As they approach, she gives a look over at Scar, like almost like she's a little disgusted at first, and then just sort of like smiles through it as everyone else approaches, and she goes, "So what's going on? Are we gonna do something fun, or what's happening tonight?"
Well,
I kind of want to know why I'm disgusting.
No, she doesn't. It's not. Yeah, not necessarily that. I have pretty good ideas to what it might be, though. I'm not too concerned about it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just gesture to Joey and ask him to kind of explain. There is a nature spirit of some kind, apparently, of malevolent nature that we're being tasked to hunt down. And then I'll ask him to describe what we know about it so far.
I give her the thing I already told you, Sky.
All right. You give her the rundown, and she goes, "Oh, yeah, him. Yeah, so... Yeah, the city has a spirit. I know, most cities don't. They sort of die or leave. But there's still one that's just, as people have been, building it up, it's gotten really angry and sort of kept me from, a place I would love to go and, check out and grab something from real quick. But that guy's over there, and he just makes it not fun. You know?
Oh.
So how do I put it? Essentially, there's this dead tree who's still trying to be alive there.
A dead tree that's trying to be alive.
Is that a good way of explaining it to you?
I mean, it makes as much sense as anything else, like that the changeling stuff does. So I'm like, okay. So she's kind of explained to me what the hedge is before. Is that what she's talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That is blocking off.
It sounds like she's talking about an actual like spirit, something a little outside her normal range, and then maybe messing with a particular freehold that she's been trying to grab some stuff from. That is also pretty messed up.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay. I'm very slowly piecing this together.
Really?
It's very slowly coming back to me. Okay.
Can you hear my niece over there?
Yeah,
a little bit.
Oh my god. Watch the show or something. Sorry.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be right. Okay, thank you.
So are you guys heading over that way or something? Are you guys...
Yeah, I don't see a reason really not to. It's something we got to do.
Well, okay. If you're gonna head that way, do you mind if I come with? And if things get a little too scruffy, just to pull me out of it. I don't care if I'm saying I'm having a good time. Just to pull me out if I start to act a little, not fun.
Okay.
Madam. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. I want to ask her if there are any weaknesses she knows about in particular for this kind of monster. I mean, obviously trees, so fire, right?
Tree. So yeah, fire. But finding what's left of it is kind of the big issue. Because it should be bound to a body, but where is there a tree body from the old forests? There's just
the park.
Be somewhere in.
Is there a local park near the Stanville Clinic?
Let me check that out. Jerome. No, there is nothing that's alive. It's full of dirt. The clinic itself has some trees around it, but that's it.
I want to check the trees around the clinic then.
Alright, so that's your plan? She's like, it sounds like a good plan. We can check it out, and, don't go much more south than that, and we'll be fine, yeah. In fact, actually, if we can head over there, I can grab something fun.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Right.
So she seems ready to go, but also ready to run at the first sign of anything not going her way.
Well, she's Faye.
Do you guys know how to search through a PDF quickly? Like
Control F.
When it's just in a regular opener? Control F? Thank you. Oh
I did have to change my flaws, so I got 2 new ones.
Alright,
Territorial and Old Flame.
Okay. So you have the formal advert. Oh.
I figured since I have a domain, I might as well be protective of it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, yeah.
Old Flame is 2 points.
That's hard to get a hold of. Ah. Oh. I know. Sorry, guys. Sorry for jumping out there for a moment. I got distracted, and you know how it is when you have PDFs.
How dare you?
How dare I, indeed.
How dare you get distracted?
How dare I?
The real question is, when are you going to start joining us for D&D? Oh.
Yeah, well, as soon as I'm able to get a flight out there regularly. Just fly up to Alaska for the weekends every week.
Right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, after this whole thing's done. God. Ooh. Okay.
You know what? I want some meat. Fuck it.
What are those sounds?
Oh, it's not from me. That's Joey.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
That's alright.
That's an unboxing of a record player.
Oh wow, unboxing video, guys. His first one.
This is my first unboxing video, guys. What is in here? Some styrofoam.
Alright, we can hear the styrofoam.
The gift that keeps on giving. No matter how much you wish it wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I just moved, so I just had to deal with a whole bunch of that too.
Yeah. This is the part of the video that gets deleted.
Yo, yeah.
Oh, fuck! I don't have a corkscrew. God damn it!
Jesus. You know what? Hang on.
Is this gonna mute him?
I have some other mead.
There we go.
Alright.
You can be on in a minute.
I guess I'll step out for a minute or two and be right back. Okay?
Yeah, we'll pause for a few minutes.
Okay. Joey, send me new pictures of Heather.
Will do.
Have a chance.
Yeah.
Yay!
Alright. Woo!
I'll send you pictures of Marshall later. You can take some new pictures of her.
Yeah. Marshmallow's fat. But we love her.
A third of her body weight's overweight.
Yeah. She has a whole, full-term pregnancy's worth of overweight fat.
Yeah. And she said,
She refuses to walk when outside.
when we let her be outside, where she can be in the grass, be free, we give her enough hidings. All this, what this fat fuck wants to do is eat grass where she's at, in her hiding. She will not drink water, even if I put the water close to the hiding. She will not explore. I tried to give her one of those, food containers for pets, so that it's a slow eater, where you could just put a few food in there, and they have to roll it around to eat it, so they move around. We put everything that we know she likes in there, and she doesn't understand how the bitch works, or she just doesn't care. We put cucumber, cilantro, all the things she likes in life, and she's like, I will not eat this. Never. I refuse. I'll be fat forever.
Sorry, we're on the phone now. We're on the phone. Sorry.
Yeah, we try everything to make marshmallows in it. She has a bigger cage where she can run, and she only runs in the morning just to get my attention.
So, just to refresh where we were, Joey did some good research. We were talking to... Oh, now I don't have her name right now. Give me a moment.
Sunflower?
Notes.
I don't put a note of her name right next to Will's name. So, what was the name?
Of?
Your...
Oh. I don't think I gave you her name.
Oh.
Actually,
cool.
But I don't think I came up with a name. Hang on a second. I mean, I have her true name, but
Yeah, that's not what we're gonna want
no.
at the moment.
Call her cucumber. Sounds cute.
But
Joking.
Amis?
Wait, how did I spell?
AHMES.
Perfect. Boop. And we were talking to Amis about, what the spirit thing could be, and it found that it's probably an actual spirit and something that she's met and considers masculine in pronoun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is apparently preventing her from going to an area she would normally like to go to. So we have all that together, and so Craig hasn't done anything a bit. Do you want to do anything, Craig, or?
I am just gonna follow at this point and keep being followed.
All right, so you guys want to drive over to the hospital and check it out, or somewhere on the way there? Because there is the special school, which is on the way.
Oh, I
We
forgot
can
about
hit the school on the way.
Yeah, in Kenyezi.
I think that's the name I missed out on.
Right, yeah, so that is the other place, and then there to Steadville, which is where the legs have been being broken.
There, just said, okay.
I'll just drive where you guys tell me. I'm here to look at stuff and figure things out.
Well,
and talk to people.
You said the special school's on the way, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, let's just stop at the special school first then.
Alright. So, let me check how the drive goes. Smooth. So, you head on down and you take Mandela over there, and then you can either go down to the main road, which is Oliver Tom, or you can go down and approach in Kenyezi through Solomon, which is a bit of a side road.
Side road it up, dude.
Why is it? I know all these names. Are like all the roads in this town named after people?
A lot of them are. Like, depending on what area you're in, they're named after more of stuff related to whatever church or the other thing, mosque or other thing is near there. Like, words related to that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that explains why there's a Solomon Road next to
there's
Oliver
a big
Thompson
religious
and
setup, and then like normal-ish American-sounding names, and then local names, all just mishmashed together.
Yeah, there's people like named table and chair and car. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like, not kidding. Alright, so you head on down to Solomon Road, and you get up to Inkenyezi. Nothing weird or interesting happens along the way. But as you get closer to Inkenyezi, the retainer of yours, Ahmed, says, it's a little too south for my liking. If we can just go a little more north of this, that'd be for the best.
Okay. What's in the south of this city?
Something pretty bad. I don't know, but once you get down to like Hariguala, it gets pretty nasty, and the only feelings you get are not good.
Let's stay away from the not good.
Unless we should be going towards the not good.
I think this is one of those avoid the not good until we know what the not good is, and then charge headfirst in. Probably.
Alright. Probably. So, stopping over at Inkenyezi, the special school, there's definitely some sort of like a plant life. Like you see bushes and stuff, but they all look kind of like dead, and like there's detritus just mixed in with them, even though some of them look like newly planted objects.
I think we found our spot. If we have a
Do
tree,
you guys want to get out of the car? Or?
I will.
Yeah, I'll hop out of the car. I'm gonna take a look around.
Yeah.
All right. Hopping out of the car. It's night, so there's not really anyone by the school. Not even a guard. So you have essentially free reign of the outside of it. There's a couple cars parked, but they're probably just because there's only like official parking spots around. And checking out this small little building.
I want to check out those cars.
Alright, you head over to the cars. There's about 6 of them in place. Most of them are white. There's one red one and a really dark blue car there. Giving them a quick look. There's a little something to the area. Like there's like the shadows feel a little longer around this part of the car lot as you start to walk a little further down, and something just feels cold.
Well, I'd like to try to find what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my hand on my sword in preparation, and I'm gonna investigate.
Why don't you let me do the investigation?
So you have your hand at the ready with the sword, and Will, you're going to investigate the area as he looks around as well?
Yeah, I'm going to do...
So I'm going to want a standard perception from, or whatever it's called, from Craig's character.
Scar?
Like perception alertness?
Yeah, from Scar.
So I'm just rolling 10s?
Yep, a number of 10s equals to the dots.
Yeah, you just roll... Yep.
A number... So what am I rolling for? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or what is it called in this one? Is it called
perception?
Let me check the
perception
awesome,
and alertness. Is usually
alertness.
Yeah. So typically, the way you'll call when you call for a roll, you'll choose an attribute and an ability, and then you just add those two together. It can be any attribute and any ability. Although perception and alertness is usually what you use to like notice things around you.
So, alertness and perception together. Yeah, thank you, Will. Again, it's been a while, and most of my time with this was werewolf, so...
No problem.
Where's alertness?
First, that's the first talent.
Number 1.
Oh, you mean awareness?
Nope, not awareness, alertness. Above it.
Oh, okay.
Unless this is specifically a supernatural thing, in which case it would be awareness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got a 6 and a 9.
All right. So, you notice, not far off, 2 men standing outside of the parking lot who are wearing, instead of your standard little corona masks, they're wearing plague doctor masks, and each of them seems to be carrying a physical weapon. Like one has a bat and the other one has a machete. But they don't seem to really have noticed you guys yet or done anything about it.
I'd like to, if he mentions them, I'd like to try to read their auras.
Do I notice if they're human or not?
They don't give off the aura of a kindred or anything of the like to you. Like you don't perceive them as such immediately.
Okay, I'll just I'll make the roll real quick. Let me go to aspects.
So before you make the roll for that, Will.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Before you make that roll, first a awareness and perception check, and if you want, you can add in the aspects or whatever one is used for seeing auras to it as well.
Okay, so 6 dice. Oh yeah. 3, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8.
7, 7, 8. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's only a few was a fail. All
so
right.
5 successes.
So you've taken a notice that the detritus on the way there seems to have like eggs that aren't really there, and they look kind of weird, like they're wrapped in some sort of aura web. And the men in the distance, there's something on their heads. You can't quite make it out, but there's an aura to that. One, malice and anger.
Huh. Okay. On their heads?
No.
Like on top of them or surrounding
their
their
head.
heads?
On top of them.
Okay.
I'm gonna move back a little bit towards Will. What's your character's name?
Tony.
Tony.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back
The
towards
tiger.
Tony and yes. I'm gonna move towards Iron Man and ask him if he noticed anything about those guys.
Yeah, there's I think they're being mind controlled by something. That or they're wearing extremely angry hats.
They're wearing Plague Doctor masks.
No, it's there's something that above them on top of their heads that's very angry.
So should we kill them or should we try to disable the thing that's controlling them?
I'm not sure if we have anything that can affect whatever's controlling them at the moment. But it might be related to something else that I've noticed about this area.
I could just behead them, so they're not an issue.
I mean, you could. Until they do something, let's just leave them for now. I'm going to motion you over to where the stuff is on the ground. I'm going to point at where I see a few of the eggs and be like, "Do you see anything here?"
Do I see anything there?
The Super Soaker of Christ.
Okay, if you have, do you have awareness at all?
I have alertness and perception. I do not have awareness.
Alright, so when you go to look, you don't see anything at all. It just looks like there's some, dirt and leaves and some broken bits of concrete there.
So I'm just pointing at the ground. Do you see anything here?
No, there's just ground there.
Okay. There's an egg here.
Okay.
And there's a bunch more of them around.
I want to step on it.
Alright.
I really do. I want to see if I can step on it.
Okay. So your foot where it's at, and to you, nothing seems to happen. You step somewhere, but for Tony, he sees sort of a shiver through that egg, and it start to move around a little bit, like something's in there stirring.
Okay.
Did the people we noticed earlier move or notice us at all?
Not yet, but they seem to be talking now, so maybe something's going on.
Can I pick the egg up?
Go ahead and try. I mean, you'll have to take a foot off of it first, because he's still half in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'd take my foot off.
Yeah, I'll motion him away and try to pick it up.
Okay, so you pick up the egg. As you go to pick up the egg, well, it lifts with your hands, but it's sort of tacked onto something, like it's been sticky glued to a root. And as you lift it up, the different detritus around the area all seems to start to shake and whatnot. And people who can't even see stuff notice there's some shaking to and the little bits of just broken up ground.
Uh-huh.
The two guys from over before start looking around like something.
Uh-huh.
And they got shit on their perception and awareness. God.
Right. I'm going to put the egg back down. I'm going to let go. I'm going to back up a little bit. I'm going to look at it really intently and think for a minute. What is going on?
I whisper to Tony, how many people or these mind control guys do you think are around?
How many do I know are here, or how many do I think are here? Because I think it's more than 2.
Well, I can almost guarantee it's going to be more than 2. I mean, it's going to be... It's kind of a statement, not a question. It's there's got to be more than 2 people here.
You're almost certainly correct. If they're not in the immediate vicinity, they are probably in the nearby building.
I'm guessing they're inside the school.
Maybe. How many of those eggs are, like, about a rough estimation of about how many are around here?
From what you can see out of the school, there's about 4 and 2 more in the parking lot where there seems to be, like, dead bits of what would be dandelions.
So
obviously imported.
So 6?
About 6.
Okay. Okay,
I
so
ask if he sees any webbing along with the eggs.
like spider webs?
Yeah.
Oh, your microphone's messed up again.
Yeah, I asked
Mike
if there's
up
any.
again.
Okay, give me a second.
Not any better.
Still that.
The baby.
My signal went up. I don't know why everything else crapped out.
You're not microwaving anything, are you?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Nope.
Close, but no cigar.
How's that?
No.
Hold on, I'll back out and come back in.
Oh, wait. I think it fixed.
Yes, I'm backing out.
Yep,
It's
okay.
perfect.
All right, it's good.
My threat worked.
Yep.
All right, yeah. No, there's no spider webs as far as I can see, although they are wrapped in something.
Hello?
Yes?
Sorry, still on the phone, Sophia.
No.
Yes, they are definitely wrapped in something. And it's definitely something. Well, has your character blinked since you've tried picking it up? No, sorry, Sophia.
Have I blinked? I mean,
Probably.
no.
No, okay.
I'm staring
then,
at it, trying to figure stuff out. I mean, I don't need to blink as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, no. I've not deliberately blinked. I've just been staring at it really hard, trying to figure out more about it.
All right. How many awareness and perception would I get for your retainer?
Our retainer. So awareness is not a thing in Changeling, but she has. They have kenning instead. Oh boy.
1 moment. I'm gonna just back out.
Yep.
This is going great.
So I was not aware that awareness allowed me to see supernatural things.
It lets you sense them. It gives you a better sense of supernatural things. If you were searching for if you're searching for other vampires, awareness is kind of what you would need, because we are supernatural creatures. Awareness is more general. Awareness is specific.
Shit. Then I kind of should probably have not put my things into subterfuge.
Subterfuge? Yeah, subterfuge is mostly just lying, which is why I have so many points in it.
Okay, so would it be a problem if I put my 2 points in subterfuge into awareness?
I probably wouldn't, now that we're kind of like in, but I mean, you can get points in awareness with experience. So it's not too hard to bump up here like soon.
Okay, because I was not aware of that. I definitely would have put points in that. Especially since I'm more worried about fighting vampires than anything else.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it because I've got like aura sight lets me kind of bypass most of that stuff anyway. I can just tell you.
Yeah, but my character is all about acting quickly if something happens. Yours is not.
No, I'm really good at being in the moment. I'm just never good at preparing. I only prepare when other people make for example, I wouldn't have bothered even picking up a weapon or armor unless she had thrown it at me.
To be fair, I just told you guys to pick up any weapon you wanted, and then I threw armor at you.
I would have even done that if you hadn't told me to do it.
I know your characters isn't
combat-y?
Combat-y. I know mine's more combat-y.
Mm-hmm. I have almost no ability to fight things.
That's like pretty much what I built my guy to do.
Yeah,
Fight.
Which is good because I didn't. That's why I asked initially. I was like, all right, who's playing combat characters? Because if the answer was none, I would have built one.
To be fair, when do I ever not want to play a combat character?
It's true. I have no points in Brawl, no points in Firearm, 1 point in Melee, 1 point in Strength, and 2 points in Dex.
I have 1 point in Brawl. I got 3 points in Athletics. I have 1 point in Streetwise. 3 points in Firearm. 3 points in Melee. 3 points in Stealth. 2 in Survival. And I also got like 4 points in Strength, Dexterity, and Stamina.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a full 5 points in Wits.
Yeah, I don't bother with the whole fighty thing. I just find stuff and talk to people. I'm very good at talking to people. All right.
Yeah. So what had happened was my dad was flame broiling some burgers, but forgot to open the windows first.
All right.
So that was the smoke alarm.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a really loud version of the microwave.
Luckily, there's a maximum volume transmit limit, and we go into.
Thank God.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's kind of loud. That sounds like a fire alarm.
Oh, there's a fire alarm inside our room. That's what's happening.
Yeah, awesome.
A foot off from if you look up from it on the ceiling in where he's sitting. So Marshmallow was terrified. Like, what are you guys doing? And I'm like, I don't know.
What are we doing? Am I just suffering? That was Marshmallow's reaction. Why? Why do you do this?
He's like, make it stop.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Alright, so is everyone here?
Yep. All right, I'm gonna saunter over to these two dudes. Just walk up to them.
I'm gonna follow closely behind him or next to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Oh yeah! Wow. All right. You walk up to them with your hand on your sword, and they turn to you guys immediately as you guys approach, and they start speaking in Zulu at you at first.
Okay.
And since none of you speak that, it gives them a few seconds, and then they try
I do.
English as the next one that they know. At least the one knows English. Yeah.
I can speak.
He goes ahead and says, "Back off! Get out of Plague Mask Gang territory."
I just have a big old smile on my face. I'm like, all right, no, there's no need for that. I just had a couple of questions, if that's all right with you.
He turns to his buddy with him, and he gives him a look like, questions and stuff. Should we answer those, or should we just kick them out? You know? He literally says that to his buddy in English, who gives him a look like, I don't speak English.
I'm like, no. Look, we're not from any gang or anything. You know, we're not, encroaching any territory here. I just had a couple of questions about some stuff that was going on in the area.
He turns back to you and he goes, "What kind of questions?
Do
you want to wind up like enemy of Plague Mask Gang?"
No. Like nothing too probing. Nothing too like nothing. Look, I don't really care about what you guys do sort of around here, but there's like there's some like I've heard that there's some sort of supernatural events occurring, and I'm looking. I'd like to look into that.
Okay. As you say that, the one in particular one there stabs his friend with the machete right in the gut.
Wait, the one who speaks English,
and
or the one who didn't?
The one who speaks English stabs the other guy right in the gut. Pulls it out. The other guy is like falling over like a normal human would.
Uh-huh.
And then the one with the machete turns to you guys, and his face is gone. He looks completely ape shit, like washed over with rage.
I pull
and
my
he attempts
sword
to crush you.
I pull my sword and attempt to cut his head off.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Okay, so my D10s on what? My strength?
Hang on one second. Let me pull up the combat rules. The first thing that should happen is initiative.
You have a sword.
I'm using my sword, yes.
Combat systems. Okay.
Which adds
initiative.
a +3 to my strength.
Both characters should roll dexterity plus wits.
Okay.
Oh,
and I should as well to put myself in initiative order.
Yep.
Do you know how many rolls I'm gonna have to do for that?
Mm-hmm.
That's 9 rolls.
Well, if you beat one success, you're higher up the scale than he is.
You should just use the Roll Dice app. You can just click it a bunch of times and look at all of them.
Okay. I did a 4 and an 8.
Yeah, I think we were actually looking for the number total. This is not a difficulty thing.
Okay, he's got a 6.
I have 33. Not because I have high dex, but because I have wits.
Oh, I forgot his dex. Oh my god, he might be higher than 6. Give me a moment here. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right, we're at 15.
What am I rolling?
I'm at 54.
Your dexterity and your wits.
Nope.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I only rolled 5 dice, but I got pretty high on them, so if you're rolling 9, you should be first.
Yeah, I'm at 54.
Yeah.
Yeah, not surprising.
35.
All right. So
I'm glad I made this character this way.
Yep. So you get to go. So you'll get to go first. You will roll. You're using a sword.
I'm using my sword, which gives me a +3 to my strength, which means I get that's 7 strength.
No. So in order to hit, you'll be rolling dexterity plus your melee.
Oh, and where is my melee?
This time you are looking to beat a certain difficulty. Most attacks are made versus difficulty 6. This can be adjusted for situational modifiers, but the default attack roll is versus 6.
Okay, but where's my melee stat?
Melee is a skill.
So it'll be an abilities.
That's 3.
Yeah. So your dexterity score plus your melee score, you roll that many d10s.
Dex plus.
So
melee.
you'll have to be. This one's pretty simple since he's raging out on you. You'll only have to beat a 4 to.
Oh boy.
Well, I get 7 rolls.
Yeah, but ones count as negative successes, just as a heads up.
I got a 5 and a 6 on my first 2 rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Keep rolling.
Oh. 6.
That's 2 successes.
Hang on. Actually, before you keep going, something you can do is if you have a whole bunch of like if you know you only need 4s to beat this guy and you get 9, you can split your you can take multiple actions in your turn and split your dice. So if you're rolling these 9 dice for this action, you can say, I'm going to make 3 attacks against him. I'm going to roll 3 dice on each one.
Okay, let's do that. I'll do 3 attacks. So
yeah, that sounds good. Reasonable.
That's a 5-3-5 or 5-6-5.
Okay, so 2 successes on the first one.
Mm-hmm. Ba-da-ba. I think I lost the stream.
No, I can hear you.
Oh, I can hear everyone again.
Yeah,
right.
I mean,
2.
no, I think it's just Greg's thing cut out.
Greg, are you there? Okay, I think I'm gonna do the text in the VTM chat real quick and be right back, just in case he doesn't know he lost it.
Okay.
I just type him in the chat.
Oh, you can access the chat from here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm
you
stuck
have
using
my
the phone
stream
for
open?
it, so maybe that's why. I can click it. Alright. Oh, no, I can't. I can't have... Oh. So get back.
Coolio.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm back in the chat. Yeah, for some reason I can't load the stream without it kicking me out of the hearing you guys at all or any of that.
That's weird.
It's weird.
Definitely shouldn't do that. It's annoying.
Yeah. I don't know why it does that. I just blame our weird internet that's just like, I do what I want on a whim.
A normal human can soak only bashing damage unless they're wearing armor.
Yeah, he got none. He's got a mask on.
Okay, so he's probably going to kill this guy here.
Most likely.
Oh, yeah, if he's
If he ever
taking 3 separate attacks, he's soaking nothing.
Yeah.
So he's going to get to roll his.
Oh, there he goes.
Look out, boy.
What's up, Craig?
Hello.
Hey, there he is.
You still have no sound.
Say something, Craig.
Give me a second.
Nope. We heard that.
Maybe I have no sound.
Hello?
Hello.
I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Aw, yeah.
Okay. I don't know what happened.
I don't know either, but mine does that sometimes.
Yep. When you're dealing with the internet, sometimes that just happens.
Yeah, until I get decent internet, or actually get internet. So yeah, I'm guessing I passed the first 2 and failed the last one.
What was your last roll?
What were the numbers?
6, 2, and 1.
Oh, yeah, that's a fail.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you still get 2 hits though. So you roll whatever your weapons damage is twice.
Which is that strength plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which is my strength plus 3, so that is my 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7.
Yep. And you're trying to beat 6 again.
7d10. 36.
No, you're just looking for the total number of dice above 6 or higher.
Oh, then yeah, I get 7 dice.
Yeah. So, like, however many successes you roll is how much damage you're doing.
Oh, okay. I have a 9, 2 7s, a 6, 4, 2, and 1.
So that's 4 damage on the first hit. And then you will roll them again for your second hit.
Wait. 4 damage?
Yep.
Yeah, because you got...
Trust me, that's a lot.
Okay.
It's
do it again.
It's good.
You have mortally wounded this man with 1 hit. You have a second hit.
38 damage. 9, 9, 8, 6, 3, 2, 1.
So that's 4 more damage.
Okay.
Yep.
And I guess I failed the last one, so I don't get to hit him on that.
So 8 damage. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely dead.
So 3 strikes happen. Scar reaches out. The first strike cuts off this man's arm and stabs into his other hand. Like, there goes his weapon arm, and then the other one is cut, and then the next one just decapitates him. The third hit that went to strike at him finds only air as the man hits the ground. Clump. For...
I search the body.
Alright, you begin to search the body. As you do, your Ravnos friend, Tony, he notices the aura start to move from the head over towards you, and that the other aura is walking away from the other person's body.
I pull him away from the body and back up.
Alright.
I take the hint, and I back up as much as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to watch this thing to see what it does.
Alright. Okay, it seems to walk closer towards Scar still, and like this, whatever the thing is in the aura, you can't really see what's behind it at this glance, but your friend is going to go ahead and take a look at the weird aura herself.
Right.
So,
sorry, yeah, I was explaining this when your fire alarm went off. So, changelings do not have awareness, but they have a thing called kenning. So it's similar, but it's a little different. But her perception is 3, and her kenning is 3.
Oh, perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll for that. Okay. 4 successes. So, yeah, she's able to pass through it and see the thing or what it is. So she points out, like, that is a big bug right there. So what she says is she points at the aura that you're looking at.
Bug, huh? Oh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's got crazy fangs. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I'll look at. I mentioned the Scar. Yeah. So those things that have been controlling their brains are apparently bugs. Big bugs, and I size the thing with my hands. About that big.
Wow.
Yeah, you.
I don't like bugs.
House cat on it.
Well, I like bigger bugs more than I like tiny bugs. So, but I prefer to be able to see them.
You don't see them. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna like if this thing is walking towards. Scar, I'm gonna try to get behind it and just stab at it with my knife.
Okay. Yeah, you walk by. It's not really noticed that you know it's even there. And okay, so go ahead and attack it.
Right.
I wish I could help you out with this, buddy.
That's fine. I got a 5, a 6, and a 9. So 2 successes.
Wait, what was that, a 6?
Yeah, 5, a 6, and a 9. I only get
Okay,
3
so the
dice
9
total.
is successful.
All right, 1 success.
Oh, shit.
So just... But yeah, but you hit it.
All right, and then one success on damage.
And 1 success on damage. Okay, so you hit it, and it starts to wobble around, and when you strike it, you can see that like a limb of it has fallen off, and actually see the limb, and it's there in the physical world. Everyone can see this like long, spindly leg.
Can I take the opportunity
just
to
there.
strike?
Oh,
to strike as well?
Really quick, I forgot about accuracy bonus. Not that it matters because Craig killed that guy pretty quickly. But you get extra damage dice when you hit something for additional successes on your 2 hit. As an accuracy bonus.
Okay, I will forget that, so keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So can I strike at this since I saw the leg pop up?
Since you saw the little leg fall down, yeah, you could. But first, we got to finish resolving Will's turn. So once you've stricken it, the thing seems to freak out and start trying to run in a random direction. But now you can go ahead and try to attack it because its turn was basically figuring out what the hell's going on.
All right.
And this is essentially a surprise round against it.
So what am I rolling for this?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. So you're just trying to strike at the area. So I would say a standard attack, but we're going to increase the difficulty by just 1. So because of its already difficultness, it's going to be an 8 to succeed.
Okay. I got a 10, a 9, 2 8s, and 3 1s.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez. So 1 success.
1 success, huh? Wow. Okay. Wait, out of a 10...
the 1's counteract.
Out of a 10,
the 1's counteract success.
Yeah. You're not looking for the total, not all of them added together. You're looking for dice that beat 8. So you had 4. So you had 4 that beat 8, and 3 1s, which are all negative successes. So you have 1 total success.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. So you barely hit this.
Yep.
Okay, I barely hit it. Okay.
Yep. But you just roll your straight damage. Yeah.
Okay, and that's still the 7
Strength
dice.
plus 3. Yeah.
Strength plus 3.
Yep, and you're just trying to match or beat 6s.
Oh,
Hello?
3 10s, a 9, 2 2s, and a 1.
Okay.
So 2 successes, or 3 successes. So 3 damage to the thing.
Okay, I'm thinking I'm beginning to understand the damage on this game.
Yeah, if you look on your character sheet in the on the first page in the bottom right corner, you'll see a thing that says health.
Attributes, abilities, disciplines,
Bottom right.
backgrounds.
Water pump.
Freebie points.
Not that far. Not that far down.
All right. So you said 3
Yep.
hits.
3. Yeah. 3 damage.
So 3 damage. Yeah. Congratulations. A dead, weird, spider-looking thing lands on the ground.
And I go, ew.
Yeah. Ew.
That's all. I just go, ew.
So the creature looks like a long, sort of weird, kind of nightmarish spider with ridiculously long, fangs at the end of it. And from its hands, there seems to be like, how do I word it? Almost like a veil that comes out from them as it just sort of like lies there dead. unlike a normal spider, this thing doesn't even twitch or anything as it's dead. It just sort of stays there and doesn't even bleed.
Interesting. I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna put it in my bag or pouch.
Okay. So you go to grab it.
Yeah.
I'm going to need. Okay. It's just Okay, awesome. Yeah, you just grab it and pick it up like it was a weird, nasty thing, and you throw it in a bag that you have on hand.
Okay.
That
might be important.
The other one has left, and the eggs seem to be like fading away from here a bit. They seem to be the other side of whatever they're on.
Okay. This is actually good. Actually, we can give the spider to Sunflower, and to have her bring it to whoever's she's been in contact with. See if this is what we're looking for.
Yeah,
that was kind of the point. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's leave here. I don't like it, and we'll go to where we were originally going.
Is there a way for us to grab one of the eggs too while we're at it?
They're fading away, so they'll be gone even if we do grab one.
Oh, okay then. All right, yeah.
Yeah, as they're fading, you notice the roots that they were attached to sort of like pull themselves back into the ground.
Okay. So yeah, what I can it appeared that these eggs were like sapping the life energy out of like the area, pretty badly, or something.
Or something, yeah. Even your friend is a little like, yeah, let's head more north.
Yeah, these trees.
Yeah, let's go to the hospital.
But yeah, they were dying. So let's go, and yeah, I'll drive us to the next stop.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty. So you guys head over to Steadville Clinic. It's a small enough drive. We're not going to need any rolls for that, but I need a roll for something else. But cool. Arriving at the Steadville Clinic, the area in front of it is this huge grass wasteland with a few random driven roads on. But the clinic itself has a few large trees in the back and is a pretty decently sized facility, especially for here. It actually has a front with a 2 stories, and then it has some smaller facilities in the back and almost like a weird outdoor courtyard in back as well. So, rolling up at first, the place just feels ominous, but it feels a little better than where you just came from. All right. Do you guys head out of the vehicles, or what you do?
I'm going to follow Tony.
Yeah. Let's watch the building here for a couple of minutes and see if we notice anything from the car.
There's a couple lights on, and there seems to be some people inside still working in the hospital, even though it's pretty late. Which isn't too uncommon when you consider how rural some of this place is.
Okay.
But nothing extraordinary.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh man, I just had some interesting pop in my. Okay. I'm gonna hop out of the car.
Alright, you hop out?
Yeah. I'm gonna walk in the front.
Okay. You walk through the front door, and inside there's no one there to greet you. Even the person who normally works the front counter isn't present. There are still lights on, and you do hear the noise of people moving around further inside.
Okay, perfect. How big is this entry sort of place?
The foyer is actually pretty decent. It's about how big is it? About 4 times the size of this room. So about the size of Joey's apartment, the old one.
Okay. So fairly small then, huh?
Right.
Oh boy, it's bad.
I mean, that big. Perfect. So glad.
You're going staticky again.
That's what.
Yeah, if you can still hear us, try unplugging your microphone and plugging it back in.
Excuse me. That didn't work. I can barely hear you over the static.
Yeah, I have you muted. I'm unmuting and muting again just to see if you have it fixed. But for the most part, we can't even hear you at all.
I can hear you
Yes.
now.
Okay, that's odd because I just removed the microphone.
Okay. Yeah, we can totally hear you just fine now. Oh, no.
Nope.
Here we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Whatever you just did worked.
I will not move.
All right. Okay, so this room is not super big, right?
Yes, it's not super big, but it's kind of big for just an open room here. You know.
Okay. And so this is a hospital.
Yes.
Okay.
There's a way to the left and a way to the right, and then a room behind the little counter that's in front. The counter's pretty basic. It's not like a really fancy one that was put in there or built into the building. It's just like a kitchen counter someone bought and put in place.
Okay, I would like to spend 1 blood point and 1 willpower.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to invoke Fata Morgana.
Oh. Oh shit! I haven't had anyone pull anything like that out yet.
I can now create illusions that appeal to all the senses, although they remain static. For example, the vampire can make a filthy cellar appear as an opulent ballroom, although I cannot create a glittering chandelier or dancers. Again, the illusion has no solid presence, though it is easy enough to fool an enraptured visitor with suggestions of what they might expect. So I want to transform this room. I want to just make all of it completely white.
All right.
I want this entire room
Interesting.
to look 100, like everything in it, to look completely white. Is there like a bell or something on the counter? Is there a counter?
No, they do not have one.
Okay.
At least not at first glance.
Okay.
Joe, I love them.
In that case, maintaining this illusion, I'm going to invoke Ignis Fatuus with another willpower point. And I'm going to create the sound, like a loud sort of bell sound in this room.
Okay. You do so, and now I'm going to need you to do something for your friend. So she is going to be getting glamour points.
Okay.
If you would like to give her a glamour point, but also it's not sanity. What is it? Banality or whatnot.
Yeah.
yeah, she's going to have there's a roll she has to do to make sure she doesn't wind up twisting her glamour into banality. It's 2 stats, but I'm not sure what it is. There are two mind ones. What are they called? Hey, I will just look up the thing that's doing it. That'll be easier. Boom. Here we go.
Converting points. Glamour.
Oh. It won't load it. Wonderful. Okay. So, whatever her 2 strongest are mental-wise, have her roll though.
Sorry, what is she rolling?
Whatever her 2 highest air quotes mental ones are, we'll do that since I can't load up the page that would tell me.
Oh, okay. Right. What's she trying to get?
She's trying to not confuse her glamour.
The number. What am I trying to beat?
You're definitely trying to beat 6.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. All right. So she starts to feel a little giddy and lightheaded from this, and just sort of has that going under her breath as she's there. It's like, whoo!
Right.
That's
does this? Mm-hmm. Okay, and she gets a glamour point.
She gets a glamour point.
Okay. Strange.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is very strange. Even I think it's weird.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'm just going to stand here and wait. I'm going to tell my companions, all right, everyone who's with me, like, all right, let me do the talking for at this second.
You expect something to happen, and something honestly should, but nothing does. Instead, there's more shuffling. Something just doesn't feel right. There should definitely have been an answer.
Okay.
We're on now.
Hey Scar, you want to start opening doors and see if you can figure out what's going on? I'm going to wait in this room for right this second.
Not a problem. I start opening doors. I'm going to start on the one on the left.
Left. Okay. So you head to the left, and you open the door. As you go down that way, you notice immediately after opening the door that the hallway here, the left side of it is overgrown with roots, and there are no lights on this side of the building.
Okay,
this is supposed to be an actively functioning hospital, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I just thought I'd ask.
Yep. So you see that. Do you want to go further down or investigate anyway? Is Greg still there? Nope.
No.
Oh. Yep.
No.
Oh. Maybe.
We cannot hear you. There
we go.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Right.
I keep getting kicked or something. I don't know what's going on.
No, I dropped you out of the thing because your thing froze.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm going to walk back to Tony and go, hey, that shit's overgrown with fauna.
Yeah, I can see from here.
Way.
Yeah, maybe go the other way.
I'm gonna go the other way, and I check right.
All right. You open the door to the right, and there is a doctor in the hallway, working on a patient who seems to have like a gut wound of some sort.
In the hallway?
Further down, in the hallway, further down, there's 2 doors open, and you hear and nurses, and there's lights on, and they seem to be working on other people, going back and forth, and trying to make sure tools are there and everything.
See, get him to come
they
in.
Barely have.
Go ahead.
Okay, they barely have enough time for another nurse to come by and drop off a tool for the doctor in question working there. Yes, I heard.
I grabbed the nurse and I'm like, "Hey, what's up with all the foliage down the other walkway?"
All right, that's a good point. Leave off. So dinner's done. I'm gonna take like a 20-minute break to go eat dinner, and I'll be right back, you guys. So you can theorize in the meantime, okay?
Not a problem.
I'm actually gonna take some time to eat myself.
All right. Yeah. All right.
Got our anime girl.
I think we got everybody.
All right. As a heads up, we are 2 hours and 45 minutes deep in this recording.
We've got about 30 minutes
we are
of
going
content.
to.
Yeah, I've paused.
Yep, we're gonna
the other stuff.
Thank God. All right, yeah, I think we're gonna try to finish up this area, get you guys to head on back with your information, and then call it for tonight.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, you said you were grabbing hold of the nurse and asking her what was going. Craig.
Yep.
All right. So you grab the random nurse and talk to her in English. She gives you a look for a few seconds, and then she goes, "There was a riot." And then she has to pull herself away and get back to work with the.
Wait, I don't understand this. There was a riot. That's because there's the riot because foliage in the hospital.
I'm sorry, there's crunching sounds.
I don't know where that's from.
You sound like you're pretty far away from your mic.
I'm not. I haven't been my. But Joey's doing some kind of chopping.
What are you doing? Fuck. It's all my phone hears.
I don't hear anything.
It's not me. It's not. I'm hearing a little bit from Joey to the much that Skylore was talking about.
I've got nothing coming through.
Yeah, it seems to be
all.
gone now. I think we're good.
Okay.
Whatever it was.
On how a riot caused grass and trees and stuff growing out of the hospital.
As you explain that, do you keep a hold on her, or did you let her go and then try asking that?
I let her go. I'm going to go and try to see if I can find somebody to talk to as busy.
She says she doesn't know what you're talking about as she walks over there and says a curse word in Zulu that you're not familiar with. Jot down in your memory for later.
I definitely knew it.
Yep. Alright, so what's everyone up to?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm gonna go see if I can find Wait, I'm gonna head back to Tom or Tony and go, hey, is this this foliage right here, is this supernatural or is it normal?
I have no idea. So here's the thing, right? I have very high perception, and I have aspects, right? I have no awareness. So I can read auras, and I'm really good at finding things. But unless the thing has an aura, I can't tell you much about it.
Would supernatural foliage create an aura?
Aura is mostly used for reading emotions. I can tell a few things other than emotions, but for the most part, it's emotions.
Okay then.
So if it's feeling something, then absolutely. Are the plants feeling anything down the hallway that I peek into?
Oh, you decided to peek into the hallway?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. When you peek into the hallway is normal. In fact, there's nothing wrong about it. Lights are on. It just seems like an empty section of the ward that's been neglected tonight because the other side's in such use.
Yeah, I look back to Scar and I'm like, didn't you say there were like plants or something down here?
Yeah, it was overgrown foliage. It's been there for years. I go and double check. I go and look through the hallway again.
Alright, when you go to the hallway and you look through, Tony's still there, and you see the hallway overgrown with these roots on the sides of the walls, and the lights are off. Tony still sees it in the same way of it being a normal hallway.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this hallway myself.
Let's go this way.
So here's the thing: if I leave the room, the illusions I've set up will disappear, which is why I was standing here. I'm not sure how much use they're going to be actually at this point.
I try to touch one of the roots on them.
You touch the roots?
I touch a root.
Okay. Alrighty. I am going to need a combined wits and
Crap.
let's see here. I'm trying to figure it out. Where is it? I know it's on here, or an equivalent. Stuff's falling around on me. Okay. We'll do... neither of those are really the same thing. Yeah, just do a... Where's endurance? What's it count as?
Oh,
is it like a thing you have to... Stamina?
Yep.
Stamina.
Okay. Okay, so and... Yeah, and wits. I'm gonna need to make a roll for those.
43.
The total doesn't matter.
Oh.
Like Jerry talks.
I got 3 10s, 2 3s, 3 2s, and a 1.
So
that's 2 successes. Okay. So as you touch the root network and stuff, you feel sort of like a pain rushing through it, and you feel like eggs are all over your body and they're just popping off as you go. And yeah, it's a horrible feeling, but lasts for a second, and then you're in the normal hospital hallway. It's no longer overgrown. The lights are on. You can hear a man coughing in one of the rooms down the way.
I explain all of this to Tony.
Yep.
And go, hey, something really fucked up. I continue walking down the hallway, checking rooms.
Alright. Everything seems pretty mundane and normal in here. There's some people sickly looking. One of the rooms as you walk in there, straight on the little tables next to one of the beds, is a broken mask. It looks like one of the masks you've seen before. The plague doctor mask. Just a standard one, but it's kind of broken, and it's next to a seat where the person who's laying there looks like they're dead. They didn't make it, apparently.
I inspect the room to see if I can find anything else.
Alright. Inspecting the room, there's nothing else of interest except the body of the person and, you know, maybe their effects.
I kind of don't want to go touching this body.
All right. You can just look at it and see what's up if you don't want to touch it. Or you just walk away.
I'm sorry, what? You broke up on me.
You see, you can just walk away.
No.
Yeah,
It's an option.
Yeah. Does Joey's character have good awareness or anything?
Awareness?
Yeah.
I have 0.
The changeling has some kenning.
I have a really nice perception and alertness.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask the changeling to come with me and check out the...
All right. You do so. And she seems up for it. She's like, yeah, I'll go check it out. And then she gives that little weird laugh that she's got going right now again. And she walks over there. Entering the room, she doesn't find much different than you do, except she laughs at the and then heads over to the body and pokes him on the head, going, "Look here! He's got 2 big holes in him." Oh. 4 holes. And she looks down at the neck, and there's 2 scarred marks there along the neck.
Like vampire things, or...
When you, if you go to look at it after she's pointed it out, it's easy to tell that, yes, someone has definitely fed off him.
Okay. I'll tell her to go back to Tony, and I will... And I'll have her tell Tony what we found.
Okay.
All right. She goes over there, and as she goes to explain what happened, she starts to feel lightheaded and almost falls over for a second before continuing and just explaining it like everything's normal.
Okay. I ask her if she's feeling alright.
No. She definitely seems out of sorts to you.
Okay. Right. So this entry room, there's a receptionist like area, right?
Yes, there.
There's like a desk.
But there is essentially a desk that's just been put in there, like a kitchen counter that's put in place.
Okay. Is there a computer on it?
There is indeed a little laptop that's hooked up to the wall.
Cool. I'm gonna hop on that laptop.
All right. Hop onto the laptop. Go ahead and roll awareness and perception as you do so.
Perception awareness.
Mm-hmm.
What's my number?
That you're trying to beat?
Yeah.
That's a standard one. 6 on this one.
Okay. 2 successes.
2 successes. You see that somehow it feels like this computer has been warded. There's some sort of spell or something to it. Something not right that's preventing it from being.
Okay.
But other than that, it just seems like a regular laptop, but something's
Not normal.
not visible on it. Sure.
What would I roll to see if I can figure that out?
Well, at first you'd have to be made aware of it, so someone would have to let you know that someone's weird.
Yeah. So what happens is I can't like do anything on the computer. It just like doesn't respond.
Yeah, you'll just see like the basic home screen and whatnot. But you can type in the stuff and look at it, but you're just seeing the home screen and like interacting with the home screen basically.
Weird. Okay. I was going to run a con, but I don't think it's really necessary at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and just let my illusions drop, and I'm going to walk into the hallway with actual people in it.
Okay. You enter into the hallway. Okay. When you open the hallway door, instead of running into the standard hallway and stuff, you open it up, and there seems to be, like, burning buildings in here, like an open area full of burning buildings, and you hear howling coming from the hallway.
Well, judging from my friend's description of this hallway, I doubt that this is actually what's here. So I'm going to try to disbelieve this illusion, assuming that it's an illusion. My character is.
All right. Go ahead and roll your Ozpex, and in this case, Charisma.
Charisma aspects. All right.
Yeah. So we.
Am I trained to be 7?
Yes.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success. Okay, you see it kind of fade a little bit into the room and see a normal wall but then it feels like the room is taking over, and the doorway seems like it's starting to fade away as you stand in it.
All right. I start walking down where I think the hallway is.
All right. You walk into the hallway, and through its step, the howling grows louder as you step through. But as you continue to walk, if you continue to walk, you'll start to see that the fire and the buildings just sort of like fade away after a bit, and instead you're facing roots along the wall. Roots that have the same eggs as before on them, but there's much more of the eggs here, like they're clustered together, and sometimes you see more roots breaking through the wall and putting more of them here.
I take out my knife and I stab the closest egg.
Alright, you don't even have to do a roll. It automatically succeed. The egg dies, it pops open, and you see one of those spiders, but like all white, just sort of like shrivel up and then just stay dead midair, not even fall down.
Does anything else happen?
Some of the other ones start to shake a little, but that's it.
Cool, I'm going to stab a bunch of these eggs then.
Alright, I gotta do a little roll of my own here while you do that. You successfully stab through a bunch of the eggs, and after you've done it for a while, the illusion from behind that was still in that part of the hallway dissipates, and the roots roll back into the wall, even with some of the eggs on them and stuff, and sort of disappear. Now you're standing in the hallway, and although the humans are busy, one gives you a look like you weren't there a second ago, and then goes back to it.
Okay. I'd like to ask this person where the receptionist is.
Okay. So, you ask where the receptionist is, and one of the doctors who walks out of one of the rooms there goes, yeah, she's also the nurse, so she's wrapped up in work too. I can help you though. What do you need? Is anyone hurt?
Yeah, there's quite a few people that are hurt, but that's besides the point at the moment.
Are you like yeah, it's the awkward moment as you just try to talk over
I'm with
each
the I'm with the local police department, and I'm here to investigate the goings on of the riot.
Oh, right this way. So he walks into another room that's got the light on. There's a man inside who has been stabbed, but he's awake now. And you can see an aura on his head, one of the spiders is obviously there. It's pretty easy now that you've seen them before. They're not well camouflaged, nor do they try.
Mm-hmm.
But the man's there, and he's talking to one of the nurses who's also bandaging his hand at the moment. And the doctor basically goes, this man survived it. He can tell you what he saw, but it's kind of crazy. I think the drugs were definitely involved.
It's always drugs.
Usually, and the man turns around and steps out.
I'll approach the man on the bed.
Okay. The nurse looks to you and goes, do you want space with him, or can I finish?
No, you can continue. It's fine. I'm then going to pull out my knife and I'm going to stab the face of the spider that's on his head.
All right, roll the attack. Because it is not expecting it, so you don't have to roll the hit. Just
roll damage.
Yep.
Okay. So do I just get the accuracy bonus for like automatic successes then?
Yep.
Cool. So that'll be
auto success.
1, 2, 3. So 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
So 2 successes.
4 successes. Oh, 2 successes.
Well, it depends on what I'm trying to beat. I got a 3, a 4, and 2 10s.
Yeah, you got 2 successes. You stab the thing and mostly kill it, to the point where it manifests physically and lets go and starts to like wriggle around and freak out.
Cool. I'm gonna
the
stab
nurse
it again.
sees it and just passes out.
Yeah.
The man doesn't know what's on top of his head. He just looks at you scared, like, what is going on?
That's fine.
And a little pained, but no.
Nice.
It's there. It's freaking out.
Yep, I stab again.
You could try to hit it again. Yeah. This time you're gonna have to go to hit because it's gonna try to run.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Am I trying to beat? What am I? 7.
Yes.
Okay, 1 success.
1 success. Okay, roll damage. That's enough to wind up hitting it. Barely.
Yeah,
but...
1 success again.
Okay. It's barely, but you managed to essentially smack it flat with the blade up against the wall and kill it that way. It stays in the place it died and doesn't produce any fluid.
Okay, I'm going to put the knife away.
And you are now there with the man.
Yep, I'm putting the knife
Looking
away.
at the man now, yeah. As you put the knife away and look at the man, you see that there are in fact 2 holes on his head. The spider's bit into, and there's a little bit of blood coming out of him.
Cool.
So he still looks pretty shocked, but unsure of what happened.
Does he have any bite marks on his neck?
You take a look, but he seems fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with him there.
Okay. That tells me something. All right. You want to go ahead and tell me what happened during this riot? I say completely unperturbed by the fact that I just stabbed the bed above him and the nurse passed out.
He look, and he goes, "It was devils."
Mm-hmm. And what did they look like?
The plague men came, and they had horns, and their faces were not people. They were monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he says at that point. He's still pretty shocked about something being in his head and you stabbing it out of him.
Right.
And possibly what happened.
So how did you see their faces if they were wearing plague doctor masks?
Well, one of my brothers, he hit him with a stick and knocked it off. And then the teeth and the eyes not right.
Okay.
No, he was not right, and the horns were real.
The horns?
They weren't masked.
Okay. And were they just killing people?
They were pulling people away, and they were taking the faces.
So they were
It was white people. They took some white people, and we attacked them.
So they were abducting people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, girls. They took 2 girls.
They took 2.
I don't know if we got them back.
They took 2 white girls.
Mm-hmm.
And they were stealing faces.
That's what they were saying, and they tried. That's when we hit them with the stick.
So they were talking. They said stuff. What did they say?
Oh, and I got a shiny Taro.
Today.
Woo! That's not what they said. They said they needed the faces for Gawama. They said they needed the faces for Gawama, and something about walking the sun. I don't know. They were crazy.
Walking
and
the sun.
Definitely not.
Walking on the sun. Sorry.
They were crazy. Okay.
I wish your character came in and said that. That would have just been awesome.
Walking on the sun. Okay. Well, thank you for your time. Good luck recovering. And I'm going to walk out of the room, and I'm going to call a nurse for the nurse.
Nurse for the nurse. Yeah, the spider is still there on the wall. The giant one.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to stuff that into a cabinet or something.
Okay.
I don't really have anything to carry that way.
Nearby cabinet.
Just put it in your pocket or something.
My pocket, right. A spider the size of a cat. I'll go ahead and shove that in my pocket.
Pocket. Yeah. Cargo pants.
Yeah, I'm not wearing cargo pants. Okay, well, I think we've learned everything we need to from here. I'm ready to go.
Okay. So, yep. I think it's probably a good time for you guys to leave anyway. Your friend is starting to get dizzy. That's when you get back over there. Mm-hmm.
That's really weird.
Maybe it was just a spell.
So, you guys get on out of there, or what?
Yeah.
I mean, you could take the laptop with you if you really wanted to, Joey. I mean, it's a laptop. Or you could try.
Yeah, I mean, I went over the computer, typed on it for a second, and then left. You could you could use it while I was gone.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just take.
Take the curse.
You just take it. All right. Awesome.
Yeah, they don't
All right, you take the laptop and go. That's an older one, so there's no like built-in tracking devices or nothing, so easy enough to take it and go.
Okay.
So that's where we'll call it for tonight. Is you all head back to go figure out how to go about reporting the stuff and setting up a case of like what the heck is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll meet up next week for how that goes on the next night.
All right, sounds good.
Yep.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys for joining me for this episode of Vampire the Masquerade with our chronicle, Moonblood.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what's all going on. Joey, you want to roll the outro?
The
Yeah,
outro.
roll the outro.
Da 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 outro.